Okay. Looking good, looking good.
Everybody hear me?
Hey.
There we go.
I feel like it ends up being like the same 6 people every time we come back in.
You know, you got the diehards. Just gotta make sure Boone gets in here.
The people with literally nothing better to do.
That's one way of putting it.
No. This is one of my favorite days of the year. This and Brick Fair, Virginia. Honestly.
And you know what would make it? You know what I think would make everybody days even better? If you bought the Crex Customs custom Lego Batman on Facebook.
we aren't even live. Now you're just.
That's just sad.
You're just ready to go with the advertising.
See, what's gonna make my day better is washing cake out of my hair.
Oh yeah.
Once Boone comes in, we'll start. He should have the link.
We get to 1,000. As long as we get to $1,000.
I think we can do it.
I think we can. Well, I mean, either way, you guys get to see it happen.
That's true. But honestly, I want it to happen because we hit the 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we get to see it no matter what. Sweet.
Yeah, so if we get to 1,000, I'll do it live on the stream. If not, after the stream is over, if you guys stick around, I'll do it just for you guys.
Okay,
I don't need there to be a cake in my house that I need to eat because I don't need to weigh 6,000 pounds. Like
we only have a little over 3 hours, right, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not. Josh, are we behind at all, or are we set to end at 5?
We might go I don't know exactly. We'll see how it'll work out. It'll be roughly
a few minutes after.
Yeah, probably won't be. Yeah, it won't be right at 5, but. Boone should have the link here, so whenever he comes in, we'll start back up.
I think he fell asleep.
I think, yeah.
Well, I just killed my second sleeve of Pringles. I'm on
Running
top of things. Start busting into some wheat thins here in a couple minutes.
So, I remember, I don't know what year it was, but you guys were building the brick bank, and you smashed it for a donation.
That was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago. Because I feel like every year you guys have smashed something, and you even did it this year, except Boone did it involuntarily.
That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
So it's like a tradition of the stream.
Yeah.
Something
Has anything been smashed this year?
Yeah, to be the cake in my sleeve.
By accident.
That too. It's like, oh yeah, it's shh. All right. I guess done with that.
I felt bad for him though.
He rebuilt it.
He did. No, that was good. But he was trying to show us, and it went.
Yeah. Nathan, are you still top secret CIA FBI over there? What you're doing?
Yeah, this is my safe house. I have one of these in every safe house. Yeah.
That's the same safe house you were in last night.
So maybe I'm not on the mission right now.
For everybody that's been down to Brick Fair, Virginia, have you guys been to the Air and Space Smithsonian at all? Wow, that was hard to say. All right. Have you guys been down to that museum at all in Virginia?
That museum is fantastic.
It is. I love that museum. It's really, really cool.
I actually like it better than the Smithsonian one in DC. DC has less stuff on display, but it has more like historic stuff like the Wright brothers and Apollo 11 capsule. But I think in terms of like size and more stuff, the one in Virginia, the Udzer Hazy Center, I think it's called, it has some great stuff. The space shuttle is amazing to see.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. It was fun. It was they were using the actual Saturn V Lego set to teach the kids about the actual rocket, which I thought was pretty neat.
I went to this summer. I went to NASA in Houston. They have a Saturn V on display there, and it's amazing how big it is. Like, same with like the space shuttle in Virginia. You have no idea how you assume you have no that you can't imagine how large these things are, but you see them in real life.
Okay, we're just gonna start up here. Boone should be in any minute. I'll just hit start streaming. Let me start this up. Continue.
And we're back.
Okay, so we should be back for the final part of the 24-hour live stream here. So thanks for everyone who stuck around with us. The live stream should be back up. Let us know if there's any technical difficulties. It looks like it's working right now. So we've got just a little over, I guess, 3 hours left.
Yep.
Once again, reminder, anyone who wants to support Creations for Charity, donate money. We're trying to hit $1,000. We're at $875, so we're getting close. You can bid on this massive Millennium Falcon. I'll hold it up for you. There you go. Giant Millennium Falcon. You can also go to the Creations for Charity Bricklink store and buy a custom build from some very talented builders over there. So lots of ways to support the charity. Links to all that is in the description. Let's do what we can for kids in need this Christmas.
Or you can buy a custom Crex Customs Lego Batman on the Creations for Charity store. $35 under retail, and the money goes to charity. So, you know, I think you guys need it.
That's a valid alternative.
Or you could just do everything. Buy the entire Bricklink store. Buy the Millennium Falcon. Donate the $225 to get to see Caden smash the cake in his face.
Because it's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
Back to our museum conversation. I still gotta go with the Marine Corps Museum. That's my
Where's
favorite
that?
museum. I want to say it was in. It was either in Virginia or DC. I don't remember where it was.
I'll have to look into it.
But it was really. I mean, obviously I'm a huge history buff, so like that's kind of like my thing, right? But like they had different like exhibits for all the different like theaters of war that the Marines fought in, World War I, World War II. They had an actual like life-size LVT that you could go and stand in. They had a Marines like pack that you could like, it was on a frame that you could like drop down and you could feel how heavy it was. All kinds of cool stuff.
Wow.
I went to this fantastic military museum when I was in Texas over the summer, and it's the Texas Military Forces Museum, and it's run by the National Guard there, so it's on the actual base, and they have, I believe, like 100 armored vehicles at least over there. Lots of
like
amazing
APCs?
stuff on display.
So, Boone, how are things looking on your end? You about done there?
I think we're gonna finish about an hour after the stream ends.
That's disappointing.
Why don't you guys just auction off that one since it'll be done?
Ooh.
No, because you guys were going to auction off a partial one, so I thought you'd do the full one.
Just because I don't finish building this doesn't mean we're not going to ship the whole thing to the auction winner.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to whoever won the eBay auction.
Or you can
get
use
some
the
negative
picture.
feedback on eBay.
You just use the picture of Boone's to show off on the eBay auction, and then you send them the one that's not actually built.
Exactly.
I think they'll be
How to scam people on eBay.
What is the eBay auction at right now?
I'll check. I'm watching it on eBay.
I mean, it's $800 just retail. This is for charity people, so I think there's a strong case for bidding higher.
Plus, he can sign it if you guys request. So
That's right, which is a massive.
that makes it
perk.
priceless.
That's right. Hey, Jaron,
Hey, how's it going?
how are you guys doing? You want to introduce yourselves real quick? Where are you joining from?
Yeah, I'm Jaron. Kelvin's over here as well. Hey. We're from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We've talked to you guys quite a few times at different events.
Totally.
Hi.
Glad to have you with us.
Absolutely. We're just both working on our copies of this view.
That's quite the build right there.
Yeah, so we're still, Kelvin's about done with bag or box 1, and I'm just started box 2, so.
The auction is at $587.77.
There we go. I think we can bid it higher.
That's a bargain.
I really thought it was going to go up to 800 easily, but now it looks more like it'll
And
be.
again, there's the snipers. You gotta wait for the snipers, maybe.
Come on, sniper.
Swiper, no swiping. Sniper, no sniping. Limited time remaining. Let's see what the description is on this. Lots of spelling errors, it looks like.
Spelling errors on what?
eBay description, yeah, everything's misspelled.
Oh.
It says creationsforme.org for sales and open Lego Millennium Falcon suit. No, it's good.
How much caffeine have you had, Joshua?
I've had like a cup of Mountain Dew, and I just had a cup of cherry Pepsi, and then a couple cups of coffee.
There you go.
All right. I just got a confirmation from my father that I will have someone recording me smashing said cake into my face. So I will post that on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. That'll be everywhere.
Yes, absolutely viral hit.
I feel like Boone should go back through the video of me doing it, and he should just screenshot the aftermath and put that on a shirt. It's like what happens on the 24-hour live stream.
You need to take a selfie of yourself, like with the cake on your face, and then we crop the image like with just like the cutout of the head, and then.
Mud's watching right now.
No, it says what happens on the 24-hour live stream stays in the 24-hour live stream.
Well, lucky for Boone, it'll be just like this morning. I'll be shirtless. So.
Blocking.
Not yet, Stuart. Later.
So I just placed the giant 8x16 sticker on the Millennium Falcon nameplate, and I think it may be the best sticker placement I've ever done.
Oh man, right at the highest time of pressure when it matters most.
On what I think is probably, I mean, probably the biggest sticker you can apply on a Lego set. I would imagine.
Boone, are you finished over there?
No sticker has ever scared me more than that sticker.
What'd you say?
No Lego set sticker has ever scared me more than that one when I had to apply mine.
I almost feel, yeah, I almost feel like I couldn't have done it without having been awake for 28 hours. It's like I needed the inhibitions that come with a 24-hour live stream to have placed this sticker as well as I just did.
You have evolved to another plane of being and are now a master sticker poster.
This could be a new thing for you. If you ever have a tough build, you have to stay up for 24 hours first.
The real question is, did you use your finger or a brick separator?
Well, the process involved my fingers, a brick separator, and an X-Acto knife, or
that's the way to go.
A blade.
Box cutter.
Or the X-Acto.
To be honest, I've used a knife before, but I never knew the brick separator trick until Ben Kahn mentioned it to me last night, earlier in this build.
You mean you're an old dog and you're still learning new tricks?
Yeah, something like that.
That's what you learned from the largest Lego set ever released.
So I'll tell you a little story about Jake Sadovich. Mark and I drove over to Boise this July and built Voltron with Jake Sadovich. Now, Jake Sadovich's day job is, I feel like I can't just call him Jake. I feel like I have to say his last name every time I say his name. Anyway, the dude's day job is building sets and props for escape rooms.
Oh, cool.
And he got the job because the lady that runs the escape room company, she's got like a double suite, a two-story double suite in sort of an industrial park that she most of it is escape rooms, but one whole section of it is her family's Bricklink store. And she was one of Jake's one of Jake's local brick suppliers. And he would just go to their location and kind of, look at what he needed and make transactions in person. And she said to him, she said once, I think the guy who had been building stuff for her had to leave, and she said, hey, Jake, do you build stuff in real life too? And he'd been doing like t-shirt designs, like t-shirt printing was his job before that. And he was like, yeah, well, I'd love to. I can certainly give it a go. And so she brought him in for a build on one of her escape rooms, and since then she just hired him on, and he's a full-time escape room builder and maintenance guy. And so we got to build Voltron in their Bricklink store, and the first thing when the woman that runs the store, and she's got 5 grown children that all work for her, so they split their time between running the escape rooms and sorting brick and selling on Bricklink. And when we finished Voltron, the first thing that they came and saw one of the first things they said when they came and saw the model was how excellent a job he had done placing the stickers. Yeah. And I honestly don't know that I ever thought that much about it before, but I thought, these are professional parts dealers, and so obviously they take great care and notice when stickers are applied well. So anyway, there's a little story for you about Jake Sadovich. Dude, I feel like the dude lives a dream life.
Working at an escape room and a Lego place. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, and a published Lego Ideas set. So
yeah. Escape rooms are so much fun.
Oh man, Mark and I did one was that your first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and I did one together for the first time when we were over there, and I came back from that trip wanting to I want to build one over here, but apparently there are already like 32 different ones in Portland. So
yeah,
like anything else, the real money is in supplying all the people, because this person is probably raking in the money, making props, and these other people are risking the money renting facilities and
Right.
promoting it and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, my family, we did one, a hockey themed one when we were on vacation in Ohio Pile over the summer. And it was basically like the hockey player had he had gotten himself arrested because he'd done this thing, so you had to find all these things. And it had been like a poker game. And so there was a lot of the clues were involving like playing cards and stuff. And I do a lot of like card tricks and like stuff like that, so I know, you know, all kinds of stuff about cards. And the woman, after we finished it, the woman comes in and she's like, I wasn't expecting the teenager to understand all the poker references and all the playing cards. Meanwhile, my parents are running around trying to figure out combination locks and stuff, and I'm doing everything. I got a deck of cards in my hand. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be. It's fun.
Evidence of a misspent youth.
Yeah. Well, when I'm sick home from school, I just learned how to do magic tricks.
Mac. Is Mac back? Mac's back. Mac is back.
Good morning. I am tired. I woke up 10 minutes ago.
Well, I'm glad you could join us again before the end.
Yeah, put on some
4 hours
deodorant.
ago.
I don't know
Yes.
if someone who says I woke up 10 minutes ago is allowed to say I'm tired. to some of us who've been up, I think actually, Joshua, when you said you woke up at 10 a.m. the day the live stream started, that was probably about the same time I woke up, because I woke up at 7 a.m. And we started the live stream at the same time. So I think we are both the same number of hours away from having last slept.
From sanity.
We're in this together.
Joshua.
What?
Joshua, last night, remember I mentioned something about, I think this is when I was in my delirious phase. I mentioned something about a build that where I had an idea and then I basically had to beat it into submission to get it to actually work mechanically.
Yeah.
So here it is. Tilt this camera down. So as you see here, the balls drop into the wheel, and as the wheel turns, it lifts, the spokes lift the ball up, and then the ball drops into the next wheel, and so forth and so on.
Huh.
These wheels came out in one and only one set, I believe only in Europe. And at the time I was trying to procure them, and I used 6 of them. By the time I obtained them, I had to pay $15 a piece and have them shipped from Germany. They're now available for $5 a piece in the US. So times change. But anyway, it works pretty well, but it has to be just the right angle. I think it's got to stick together, and it does some very non-standard things here in the back that I can't show you because it would be illegal. So. I even had to cheat a little bit. One of the biggest difficulties on this was that this is the only Lego wheel where the spokes are wide enough to drop a ball through. You would think that the big white motorcycle tire that came with the Technic set would work, but they don't. So this is the only one that's big enough. And the problem is that when it rides up the inside of the wheel, it drops down by gravity, and it's just a little too low to go to the next one. So I ended up using, I don't know if you can see this now, I ended up using a pulley wheel behind the wheel. You see the rubber tire there. And that causes it to lift up just enough. So, as I said, it was like, I know I can make this work, and then no, I can't. Maybe I can. Dang, this is hard.
It's all about the trial and error.
So this is never coming apart.
It's the permanent GBC module.
Most of them are. I mean, the only one I shouldn't say that. I've only had a couple modules that I've actually taken apart. Because the idea is the bigger the better, right? The more modules, the better. So as long as it's working, I've had a lot that I've refined over and over again. Taking it apart, my very first one, which was had tore itself to pieces and shredded pins by the time it was done with the first convention. That one was just a bad idea. And then the second one that I took apart was actually a copy of a Akiyuki design. He had these funny little mine cars that would go around and do stuff. And I swear I spent more hours getting that thing to work. I'm convinced his only worked for an hour or two. The parts would get stressed and bend out of shape and things like that. And I don't know. Anyway, and of course I was reverse engineering it from a video, so at the time that didn't help. The only other candidate for one I've taken apart, I haven't actually taken it apart, but I've retired it. It's sitting in a box right under my feet right now. And that's my big articulated 5-degree of motion arm. That worked. That was another idea that took a while to get going. And once it got working, it was great. And then all the parts started to get part fatigue. I didn't have the part to take it all apart and rebuild it.
Does that happen a lot with the GPC parts? They just kind of wear out over time of use?
Yeah, yes and no. At some level, no, because usually you don't build such high tolerances. You know, if you're building it in such a way that you're generating a lot of ABS dust from your spinning axles and things like that, you probably did something wrong. Or you're pushing the limits of the material, right? You know, plastic can only handle so much.
Yeah.
And even if you brace it so that they don't come apart under heavy torque, you still get the same problem. Is, you know, if you're putting that much stress on it. I mean, we've seen situations where you've had an axle, which the axle itself has actually twisted like a candy cane spiral because people put too much force on the plastic axle. I've shattered gears before. In fact, actually, interestingly enough, on this build uses a lot of 12-tooth gears to transfer the action up here. This all runs on one motor. And I broke about 4 or 5 12-tooth gears breaking the module in, mostly because they were the old ones, the old gray ones. The tan ones don't seem to have that problem. I think the old ones just got brittle over time.
Okay.
But no, I think if you ever look on video, you hear this whirring noise and you see this axle and this little pile of white dust all around it, that's generally a bad sign.
Okay.
In fact, this is one of the reasons why I actually encourage people to use LDD or some other kind of equivalent program, especially LDD, because if you do a Technic build that's mechanical and you do it in LDD, it will tell you that the axle that you're trying to put through the beam is off by half plate. It won't let you do it. Whereas in real life, you'll just go stick it through, and you won't realize that you're actually bending something. That's particularly an issue when you're switching between system and Technic spacings, which happens a lot.
Real quick, everyone, we've got some more people requesting to come into the stream, so if anybody wants to head out, just let some more people come in before we end to give more people an opportunity to join in and make sure everybody gets a chance.
I'll definitely drop. You guys have a great time. Good job. Another great year.
For sure.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you so much for the pizza.
No problem. Sorry you had to have 3 or 4 of them.
We'll see you next year.
It was breakfast too.
Awesome. All right. And where was it? Who was it? Michael, who was in Virginia? Did he drop off? No, there he is.
No, I'm still here.
Hey, have you ever thought about coming to a Wamalog meeting? I know it's a little bit of a hike for you, but
definitely.
Washington Metropolitan Area Lego Users Group. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Everybody shows up at our lug meetings, Stuart.
What?
So just get the whole chat to show up at our lug meetings.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, he's close enough. He's probably no further away than you are.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to pick one or two in the spring that I can make it up to.
Well, the Wamalog website appears to be down, and if you look on Facebook, there is a Wamalog Facebook group that'll actually have the date and time of the next meeting. They meet once a month on a Saturday at a library, but it's usually closer, just inside the Beltway. So for you, it would be over an hour probably to get there.
Okay.
But you,
Well, it took like a. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I said it took a little over an hour to get to Brick Fair, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and
Not that far.
it's open. It's library hours, which is like 10 to 5. And it's a drop in and leave whenever you want to. But it's a place to hook up with people. I don't know if you have any ones out in Winchester.
I don't think so.
You should start one. What is it? What is it you said you built again? Somebody asked that already.
It was city-like buildings.
Okay. Cool. Well, there's also we also have another club in the East area called Wama LTC, which I believe is an org here. Yeah, I'll give you the link to that. Okay, here's a link. The Lego. This is the DC Lego Train Club. They do shows all over, and they do shows a couple times a month usually. One of the weird things that's going to be a while to learn as AFOL is that the train clubs are only partially about trains. They're mostly about city. Because the train, just like train enthusiasts who are non-Lego, they don't spend a whole lot of time building custom trains. They spend a whole lot of time building their custom layout with the little miniature trees and everything else. Well, in Lego, you got these cool trains, but they're going around buildings and farms and other sorts of stuff that are all made out of Lego. So if you do city building, you can have an opportunity to hang out with people and display a lot through them.
Nice.
We'll also have another show this spring, Scouting for Bricks, which is it used to be held in Leesburg, which is much closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in Chantilly last time, right by Brick Fair. And what it is it's a scout troop that instead of selling wreaths or Christmas trees or popcorn or whatever, they sell, they run a small Lego weekend convention. It's nothing like Brick Fair in terms of size, but it's still pretty fun. So you can check out the website, and there's a huge overlap. A lot of the train club people come to the Wamalog meetings too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you guys have a great day.
You too, Stuart.
Try to stay and
Yeah, Stuart.
Thanks, Stuart.
Thanks, Stuart.
Have a good one.
see you around, Caden.
See ya.
I'm going to, I think I'm going to tap out as well. Josh, Boone, thanks for having me on. It's been a blast. Anyone going to Brick Fair, Virginia next year? I look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome.
See you there,
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Glenn.
Thanks. See you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I must get building on Boone's mock.
That's the change again.
Oh,
Nice Facebook post, Josh.
Aaron, I missed y'all's intro. Where are you guys at, and who are you guys, and what are you working on?
What was that?
He's talking to Jaren.
Yeah.
Or talking to us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. So I'm here with myself and Kelvin. We're both working on the Technic Porsche set. So.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we each have our own copies of it. We're both on box 2 of 4 boxes, I believe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Harry just found what was it? Our local Target.
Yeah. Yep.
Darren bought a copy, and I already had one, so I had procrastinated building. So now today's the day.
Nice. Kevin has joined us from his car.
I'm assuming Paul did not make it, right?
Paul has not been in.
No. Okay. I don't know if you saw my messages. Were you seeing my messages?
John said you were saying something in chat.
Yeah, it's very difficult to watch a stream, chat, and get text messages all at the same time. Very difficult. Yeah, Paul Striefler's been trying to get in for a good 45 minutes or so. And he was having a lot of technical difficulties, and then I think he finally figured it out, and then there was 10 people in the room. And so he was like, I can't get it. I was like, I'll try to make a plea for you, man. And I went in there, and I was like, I don't know, no one's reading it. And so he just sent me a message saying, I'm done. I've tried hard enough. And so he moved on.
Oh.
So, hey, everybody!
Kevin's back!
I'm sorry.
We're sorry to Paul for not being able to get him in.
It's okay. It's the nature of the stream. It's the nature.
It's very cutthroat.
It is. It does. Hey, in all fairness, it does get very cutthroat in the last like 4 hours.
People sense the window of opportunity closing.
I want to be there when the balloons drop. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. So I'm joining you live from the laundromat. Look at this. Look at this. You ready for this? Look at that. Oh boy. There's clothes in there.
Wow.
Yep, I know. Mystery revealed. I am a human. I do laundry.
I didn't think this stream was going to get any more interesting. You proved me wrong.
Kevin's doing his laundry.
A whole nother level, ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin, I don't know if you've met Megan Crookshank has joined us. She's attached to Mark.
I am Mark's wife.
But you're not very close together. How are you attached?
Well, it was a metaphor.
Last name.
Very nice. I think we're acquainted on that platform, Facebook. I believe.
Yes.
Maybe not. I don't know. I think the name is super familiar. But I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing up my Crookshanks.
Oh, you follow me and I follow you on Facebook.
Okay, there it is. Sorry.
Yeah.
I knew the name was in there.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's nice to meet you.
A pleasure. Thanks for joining Boone's Garage.
Always.
Boone's Garage sounds like a car TV show where you.
Yeah.
You should start a podcast, Boone's Garage.
So there was a really good scene earlier, Boone, when you were like slumped over the table with your hand and your like chin like this, and you were just saying something, but they were both building like a furious storm on both sides of you, and it reminded me of Joshua's scene last night when he's just sitting there drinking water, and everyone's building his stuff for him, and I'm like, these guys, they got it figured out.
We've done this enough now. We're like, clearly we can't do this ourselves.
But
I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna bring people over and build stuff for me. Sit here Build that X-wing for me, thank you.
I'm now building on the live stream.
I think it's genius. I think you guys are genius.
I thought it would help my efforts to actually finish this build, but it did not help.
So it's either this or this. It depends on what year it is.
Yeah, I just you know, I don't know. You're highlighting moments in a span of 24 hours where a lot of people did a lot of building. And I've run out of things to say.
What, no more questions?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since we answered a question, although I feel like the last time we brought up a question, like 3 people answered and then we just got sidetracked. Although I guess that's the point of questions.
I think it's just sparks conversation that keeps people awake.
20 a billion. Okay, then I'll move the bottom. So now all we're seeing from Kevin is his profile picture. Does that mean he's like changing the laundry right now?
Probably.
Is he gonna live stream and drive? I don't even
Or
know
he's
if that's
putting what he's wearing in the laundry, so he doesn't want us to see that.
We have a new person who just joined us. If you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, it's me. My name is Atle. I'm calling from Iceland.
Great to have you with us. Glad you could join.
Thanks. I've been watching you all day, so in and out, and it's my 3rd time here.
Awesome.
So always fun to join you guys. See you.
Oh, Kevin left.
Not
Sorry. Which one does it
I don't know,
go?
probably like they don't.
One closest to you. Yeah, go to one closest to you. Cool. Like, oh, man.
Did I fix it? Is it fixed?
Yes, it's fixed.
All right, sorry.
We thought the washing machine swallowed you.
No, not since that one time.
You only let that happen once.
Never again. For some reason, my headphones now are.
I can see that there are more than me that making the Christmas fire station. You're making it as well. How is it going? Is it good stuff to make?
Yeah, I finished it last night. It's for 1,166 pieces. It's actually like it's
Okay,
more. It reminds me of modular more than it does the Winter Village. The roof is, you know, possible. The amount of detail they have on the inside is really pretty good.
Okay, nice. We are just start making it now. You could see here.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself, but I'm gonna take you on a journey inside an Enfield, Connecticut laundromat.
Yeah. There's a reason I stuck around at the end of the stream.
Yeah, and hey, don't go looking at my clothing. All right. I'm only gonna mute the audio. You can still see.
We get to watch Kevin's exciting journey into the laundromat.
There's nothing I'd rather be doing than following Kevin Hinkle and
Kevin's window is definitely clicked for the main screen so we can all get a maximum view of the laundromat.
He did this on
I
purpose. He
think
waited
this
for
could
the last
be the
couple
most
hours.
exciting part of the live stream so far.
All we see is ceiling, though.
If he starts pulling his Supreme underwear out of there.
Does he know he's in portrait mode?
Here we go.
Oh, that's just the ceiling.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, phone down.
This is what it's come to.
This is getting intense.
He's basically like a YouTube vlogger at this point.
Yeah.
My everyday life, doing laundry.
Why does this seem like a really cheesy magician's act like right now? Metal rack.
This is when the assistant.
Or something that we just should not be watching, period.
I have my 5-year-old boy here. He's joining us.
Do you do some Lego building together?
Yeah, we're always doing something together. He loves Lego. Tina, hur måste på det? Du vill köra den? Nej.
Those are very nice lights, Kevin. Very nice light.
Look, it's swooshable.
I thought you said you finished an hour after.
I lied.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
You got all this time to spare.
That's beautiful.
You're too good.
Now smash it.
How much
knew
is
somebody was
the donation to smash it?
See, not only did he smash and rebuild Boba's speeder bike and talk about Galador for 4 hours, he also finished the Millennium Falcon.
I mean,
There's
can't
Joshua
do
just sitting
with
there.
the assistance of several local friends.
What was that?
I'm just wondering if there's anything you aren't capable of.
Oh, well, I couldn't have done it in 15 hours. We couldn't have done it in 15 hours. Wow. Wow.
It's a thing of beauty.
It's amazing how much of this is just sort of sitting on.
All very gravity driven.
Yeah. A lot of this is just sort of like placed, maybe like clicked into like one, or just a lot of them are just sort of like a Technic axle that goes down into a hole, and that just sort of like gravity does the rest.
So if you flip it upside down, what happens?
What's that?
If you flip it upside down, what happens?
Yeah, no, all of these panels would fall off. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. But I think
Well, we need a
rotate it.
demo to see what you're really talking about. I think.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of nervous to do anything with it.
Nope.
Is it incredibly heavy? Because just my like half-built one is incredibly heavy.
It looks.
How's your progress going, Joshua? Huh?
I'm on 688.
Oh wow.
Do you need a virtual sympathy fist bump?
I need a lot of virtual sympathy fist bumps.
It was like that 6 hours ago.
Oh man.
Hey, are you ready for this?
Drop it.
Okay, that's about what I'm comfortable with.
Me too. You're giving me anxiety right now.
Oh, I'm impressed you got it finished, Boone.
I couldn't have done it without Ben and Perry and Brett and
Your
Mark
Lord,
and Megan.
I'd like to thank all of the Troutdale building.
See, you guys should clarify the Facebook poll, because it was like, will we finish it? I voted no because I thought it was for Joshua, but then there's Boone, so it was like, yeah.
Well, if you take the average of the time it takes me and the average, if you take the average of the time it took us and the time Joshua took, it would be a no.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That slow.
You're like averaging out a 90 and a 20.
Oh.
All right, what are we going to build next? TDM module.
Yeah, that's what I was. The TDM module.
All right, here we go. We gotta move the Falcon out of the way, though.
You could probably find a Taj Mahal to build.
No, Taj Mahal's terrible.
Even Boone, you can build the TDM module at Joshua speed because you got 2.5 hours to do it.
Very funny.
Look at this.
Have any of you built the 2007 Ultimate Collector's Falcon?
I have not. Perry was here earlier, and he's got it. He's built it, but I've never built it.
He even built the escape pod in the front to go with it.
So I've got both of them. I built them, and I was surprised at how similar. I mean, it makes sense, but a lot of it was very similar as far as the structure goes on the inside. And that previous one had the same kind of panels just sitting loosely on top, similar.
Yeah. I like that the radar ratchets. Is there no 4x4 ratcheting turntable that isn't the height of a brick?
You can put a plate.
Yeah, but none of the plates ratchet, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are
ones. Smaller version of this. Oh, for sure. If you were to put that on there, it would ratchet. Or no, it would swivel.
It would just slip,
just swivel.
right? So you have to use the brick height one to make it ratchet. Is that true?
I think so.
I always wish they would make both in the one that's just a plate height. Or, well, I guess when you put them together, it's 2 plates high, but...
So, Mark, do you have any big builds planned for next year at this point?
Kind of, but, you know, always a secret.
This is the stream of secrets, though.
I'm going to make my rolling city a little bigger.
What did he...
For Bricks Cascade.
What did you just say, Kevin?
I said this is the stream of secrets.
Oh, stream of secrets.
Everybody has a thing, and everybody says it's a secret.
Oh, hey, Kevin, you missed when I gave away my secret.
No, that would destroy the illusion. Wait, what was your secret?
But tell me anyway.
Tell me anyway. I don't really want to know, but I want to know. What is it?
Well, no, it's not really that big of a deal. Holy smokes, somebody's...
What?
Again, this year's live stream is brought to you by the Courtesy Mute. No, I was just telling, well, earlier in the stream, I wanted to talk about my submissions to the Bricklink ADP.
Okay.
And then I told what one of them was, and that was the one I wanted to keep secret, but it's like a giant fire truck.
Oh, I did hear that
There you go.
a little bit.
Okay, so you were listening, but you weren't on the...
No.
Yeah, okay.
I've been listening for much more time than you think I've been listening.
Kevin's very sneaky that way.
Very sneaky.
Boone, we need you to also record an ad for the band hammer for when your courtesy mute is broken. You call him the band hammer.
The band hammer.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. That was mission accomplished. Rest assured, my family will have clean clothing soon.
That's good.
I'm glad we got to be part of your chore day.
Hey, Saturday doesn't wait for anybody, Boone. Not for
Boone, if you
Terry,
have some
not for
dishes
no
you want to go wash or something, just kind of set up your phone next to the sink.
Hey, when I was watching earlier, I was doing dishes. And somebody called me and they were like, "Are you watching the 24-hour stream?" I was like, "I am." Like, "But you're doing dishes," and I said, "Yeah, my phone's on the windowsill while I'm doing dishes."
Nice. How did they know you were doing dishes?
Because I said on the phone I'm doing dishes. They're like,
Oh,
"How are
okay.
you watching this while you're?" I'm like, "Because I have a way."
Oh boy.
Okay, now, boys and girls, we're going to the grocery store. All right, I'm gonna go back to courtesy mute.
Thank you. You're setting such a good example.
Only because Boone leads by example, so I follow Boone's lead.
Hey, I'm preaching to the choir when I'm talking to you.
All right, going into silence mode.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to sip my Coke through a flex tube here. I think we've reached the part of the stream where that can happen, and there was one left over, unless we missed it somewhere.
Do it.
All right, here we go. If you want a teeny amount of Coke, if you want to administer a teeny amount of Coke in an unreasonable amount of time, use Lego Flex Tube.
It's like a slight bit of moisture on the tongue.
If you want to aerate your Coke so that so that it's kind of frothy, use Lego Flex Tube.
How about no?
Also good for aerating chocolate milk.
To get a little bit more through there, you could use one of the ribbed hoses.
There you go.
Oh.
We used all those though. I'm sure I have some around, but I'm sure I have some in my office here, but I'm not sure they're clean. So.
Yeah, you might want to be careful just grabbing random flex tubes.
This live stream has been brought to you
My flex tubes.
by the Chima Yellow Ingot, the Courtesy Mute, and drinking Coca-Cola through Flex Tube. Drinking Coca-Cola through the Flex Tube, it always gives you a tiny bit of Coca-Cola.
That voice, I like. You're like commercial man voice. It's too good. Oh man. Well, I've got 2.5 hours to stare at the second hand go up.
What?
Yeah, I see very little pieces moving there, Joshua.
Oh, whew, it's a struggle.
You can do it.
Where's John?
Where is John?
He's in the other room with like Command HQ set up, like behind.
Not helping.
Keep an eye on everything. Let me know when like donations come in and things of that nature. Somebody's saying something in the chat that I need to be aware of. So you know, producerial duties.
So again, behind the camera.
I'm gonna go to the chat since we're done with our build now. Let's see, where's the chat?
Well, so instead of having
We put it over here.
oh, look at that. Donation smashed in my face. So.
You do it on the front there. How far are you from 1,000 miles?
We were at 875 before we started.
Okay.
I told me we didn't get to it, so we were gonna do it anyway. But we
Tina Hanlon says, "Why aren't Joshua's family members giving him any help? I would help if I were there."
Thanks, Tina. I can always count on you.
Josh, what are you gonna do if we get to $1,000?
Caden's gonna smash his cake. That's the reward.
But
also,
he's doing that anyway.
Make a bunch of more kids happy, so that's also your reward.
South Brickton Fire Department says, "I've been listening for 7 hours straight. Thank you for your support, South Brickton Fire Department."
That's awesome.
They asked what time it is there. Oh, it looks like John must have answered. He said it's 2:45 p.m. here. It's 11:45 p.m. where we are.
11:45 p.m. where he is?
Hey,
No, he's oh,
they're in
it's just like cycling through the people.
Oregon.
yeah, Oregon. That's right.
Yeah, the far off land of Oregon.
And then we got Kevin Hinkle. He was taking us on a tour of his laundromat in Connecticut.
You're welcome.
Hayden will now provide like an overview of the last 21 and a half hours.
Hayden, who are you talking to?
My mother.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
So I was curious. Caden's mother had like a special message for Kevin Hinkle earlier in the stream.
Really?
Didn't you say something that she asked, like she wanted to know something, or she had a message, or don't you remember that?
No, I don't.
You were like my mom. You were like, my mom wants to know why Kevin's something, or
that sounds vaguely familiar. What
That
was
sounds awesome.
I don't remember that.
I mean, it was
last
many.
night?
It was many hours ago.
I mean, I don't doubt that.
I think the hallucinations are
Who
kicking
might have dreamed that?
Yeah,
Boone,
I think you're making stuff up there, Boone.
Once you hit like hour 20 without sleep.
I must have been mistaken. I thought maybe it was somebody else.
Boone. Boone, give me your keys, Boone. You're drunk. Give me your keys.
I swear somebody said something about their mom asking a question about someone else that was in the stream.
That really sounds familiar. It might not have been Hayden.
That's super
Yeah,
awesome.
okay. I'm now starting to think it wasn't Caden, but it was somebody, right?
Now you are.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure it was real? Are you sure?
I don't even remember anyone saying that.
AJ
Did you see the cake?
about Bianca stuff or something.
Was anybody here when? Who was it that smashed their sword in the ceiling fan?
I think I missed that part.
I don't remember that.
That was Jacob. Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Jacob was showing us a sweet brick-built sword, and he was brandishing it around his room and smacked it on the ceiling fan, and part of it went flying. It was unfortunate.
That's amazing. How is it that I've watched so much and I haven't seen that?
You missed that, Kevin? Wow.
That's
it was the middle of the night. That was like seriously middle of the night.
Hand me the TDA module. We're building it.
You guys got that stuff?
What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
This
Why is he pointing at a pile of cocaine?
Yeah, it's a giant human-sized pile of cocaine.
Is it yours,
I thought
Kevin?
this was a kid-friendly channel.
Hey, there's nothing wrong. Well, okay, let's not go that far.
Okay, Kaden.
Let's not go there.
All right, well, you guys, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, but I'll keep watching while I shop.
Oh my god.
Oh, Kevin, I got one more question for you.
Yes.
How good is your phone data to be on a Hangout stream?
It's only the best is good enough, my friend. All right, you guys enjoy the final countdown.
We'll see you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
I am absolutely astonished that you've defined all the odds and finished that set.
I am as well, honestly.
What can I say? Thank you, sir.
You're just too good. All right, bye.
I'm not just too good. That's somebody else.
Do you remember who it was last year that was blasting the final countdown in the last 5 minutes of the stream?
Was it you, Kaden?
I don't know. I mean, it might have been. I don't remember who it was, but somebody was doing it.
I remember.
Actually, I think it was me because I always did something at the end. I think it was me because the year before was the dabbing, and then last year I think we were all blasting final countdown.
We need to all do it at the
Not
same
playing ahead.
time.
What are we doing?
I don't think we're there yet.
I'm gonna be making myself need a shower. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Speaking of which, what are our donations up to there, Josh?
Let's see. We're at $900, so we only need $100 more to hit our $1,000 goal. And Caden smashing his beautiful 24-hour live stream cake on the stream. You should show that again, Caden, to help entice the audience.
All right, we'll go on a trip to the kitchen.
Come on, everybody, donate.
You get a low-key tour of Caden's house.
Low-key
House tour reveal.
There's my piano, and then Jesus, it's like mucho disgusting outside. This is what it's doing in Maryland.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I wish I lived in Connecticut where it's snowing. There you go.
There it is. Look at that beautiful cake, and that can be smashed if we get just $100 more in donations before the end of the month. Also, don't forget, ending soon is the Millennium Falcon eBay auction. Link in the description. Own your very own copy of the UCS Millennium Falcon, the biggest Legos ever made.
And don't forget that there's the Crash Customs Lego Batman minifigure on the
Oh my God, Parker.
They're only $35 under retail in the money goes to charity. So
Parker, now you just sounded desperate.
Yeah, come on, Parker.
Somebody, we should commission somebody to go back through the stream and just count how many times Parker has said that.
I've already seen 6.
And I got it off the stream. Last time before the stream started, I pulled it already.
I feel like 6 is already.
You do a highlights reel. You just need to do you need to edit in all of those.
Are you guys gonna do a highlight?
The Parker ad montage.
Oh, I didn't show my lights last night. I got my Christmas lights up already in my room.
Hey.
Ooh, fancy.
And I put the ones up on my roof yesterday morning. I don't know how well. There you go.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Got all my Clone Army Customs and my Brickmania stuff on the wall. Who are all these people? Hold on. There's Hinkle.
Oh, laundromat guy.
I got all kinds of people. I got Brickmania, Will Chapman, Joe Truppian.
Do you have a photo of Joe?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got my squad at Brick Fair 2 years ago. My squad at Brick Fair this past year.
Hey, Rob.
All the military builders. Peyton, Will. I got all kinds of people up here.
So in other words, it's popular kid over here.
No, I just take pictures with people. That's all. It makes me feel it makes me feel less insecure.
You don't take pictures of the mocks. You take pictures of the builders.
Oh yeah. No, I don't need to take pictures of the mocks when I'm walking around with Josh for 4 hours explaining all of them.
Yeah, right.
Or 3.5 hours, however long that ended up being. I feel like we had 5-minute break. We were still out till like 11:30.
Yep, it's hardcore, man.
Oh yeah.
So, Jaron, how long do you guys estimate it'll take to finish the cars?
I'm not sure. We didn't start till like 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Probably about halfway.
Yeah, maybe half.
So they might be pushing it, but we'll see. We've got 2 hours left of the stream?
Yep.
Yeah, I might be pushing it. See what we can do though.
That's okay. I probably won't finish this.
It's a fun build though, I thought. What do you think of that so far?
No, it is. And once like the whole Falcon really starts to take shape, it becomes really cool, and you actually kind of see the whole thing coming together. So yeah, it's definitely an impressive build.
What step are you on now, Josh?
699. Actually,
Alright,
no.
so-
I just turned the page to
700.
700.
Nice.
I appreciate the mix of color they put in there, so it's not just all light gray.
Right. Exactly.
Dark grays and the tans and all that. I really appreciate that they added some of that extra color and they break it up a bit.
When I built mine, I set up a camera to do a time lapse of it. So it was fun to go back and watch the progress, real quickly.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that did it like that. They built it, and put it, relapsed it.
So back to the point we were talking about with brick separators. The downside of this car is there's a big sticker sheet. There's no brick separator. I'm too lazy to walk downstairs to find a brick separator to apply the stickers.
You're just gonna go for it.
Yeah. Why do you make brick separators? It's easier.
Is it bad that I did not know until this stream that like it's a whole thing that you're supposed to attach them with brick separators?
Boone just found out last night.
Same, like.
Wait, found out what?
I've been building forever. And I've never heard of anybody using a brick separator until the past 24 hours.
What are you supposed to do?
When I learned it, but it's pretty much exclusively how I do it now. I hate stickers.
I missed it. What are you supposed to do with brick separators?
You attach stickers with them.
To place stickers, sort of put the sticker on the separator, a little bit easier.
Oh, that is a good idea. See, I don't usually use a brick separator. I use a knife.
That works too.
Same principle.
So much more effective, especially for when you build landscaping. You just stack plates on top of plates. Brick separator doesn't do a whole lot.
Because every set comes with a brick separator now, I've basically created 2 pick-a-brick cups for my brick separators. One of used brick separators that are like chewed up from taking stuff apart, and one that are like pristine. So eventually I'll just filter all into the used ones.
Boone disappeared.
He's napping.
Let me go get some milk and drink it with flex tubing.
I'm gonna check what the Falcon is up to on eBay.
I almost forgot to put my T-shirt on that I got in your last year's dog stuff.
We're rocking the same T-shirt.
Yeah, I see it. I saw you wearing it, so hey, I forgot. I have to wear mine.
Yeah.
Still at 587.77.
How much longer is left on the auction?
1 hour and 28 minutes. Oh, I realized we're just at the 2 hour mark until the stream ends, so almost there. $27.59 shipping. You don't even get free shipping.
I like how Boone's picture is just the 2 empty stools with the built Millennium Falcon in front. It's just like a nice like mission accomplished image.
They have returned.
Have a nice nap, Boone.
A power nap.
Yeah, just a quick. No, it wasn't a nap. Come on.
Wasn't a nap. He was just resting his eyes.
Where did the Boone shaved thing come from?
The what?
Oh, someone at Yoda said Boone shaved. Wow, life is strange. No, I think my beard is just up against my black shirt. although that leads me to a point that I have not brought up yet, but I'm gonna get on a soapbox for a second.
Feel free.
A lot of people in comments on videos that I appear in like to make comments about my neck beard. But I think people have a misconception about what a neck beard is, because this is my neck, and I shave it. I shave it daily. There is no beard on my neck. So
I like how Mark's standing next to you for like moral support with like the beards here. He's just like
I have a neck as well. It's in there.
Did you ever watch? I don't know when he officially retired, but that right there just reminded me of. I think his name was Andy Rooney on 60 Minutes. You know that segment where he just complained about things.
Yeah.
He's just like that type of thing. That just reminded me of him.
Well, all right. I think you're calling me old.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just the style. You're like I want to clear up this misconception. If anything, I'm calling myself old.
Okay, there you go. See. Hinkle says in the chat, I too have a neck.
What aisle was he in when he said that?
Yeah. Where are you, Hinkle? In the frozen section?
I bet he's wishing for it.
I think we could grocery recommendations. You know what he should have, what he should buy.
Oh, there we go.
You know what fruits and vegetables are in season?
Yeah.
Shopping with Kevin. We could have like a whole TV channel. We could have Cooking with Caden, Shopping with Kevin.
No. This was like cleaning with Kevin.
Cleaning with Kevin. Yeah, that sounds better. Cleaning with Kevin, Cooking with Caden. What else is there?
Not building with Joshua.
Oh, that's cool.
With Micah.
All right, everyone.
Boarding with Hinkle.
I'm out again. We got stuff to build at home.
Yep. Thanks for powering through with us.
Yeah.
Nice to have you.
I at least want to see one of them get done. So mission accomplished.
There you go. Yeah. I knew you could do it.
It's a pleasure.
Yep.
Stick around. All right.
Joshua, to me it looks like you've just given up. You're just like sitting there.
Yeah, well, that's pretty accurate depiction. No, I've been building. I'm slowly making progress.
I think you've officially
slowly.
That it's not going to get
very slowly.
I think you should send it to Boone and he can finish it and then he can option.
I always feel real bad that I can't just come help you out when we get to this point.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
But then again, there's just John sitting there.
John can't build. He just he can't handle sitting down and doing something for that long. So that's why.
Fair.
Josh, I'll fly out to you next year and I'll help you out.
Okay, thank you.
I'm real tired.
Well, we've only got 2 hours left. We're about to cross the 22-hour mark.
I just gotta keep reminding myself to open my eyes.
Just do that for the next 2 hours.
Nathaniel, what are you working on right now?
I finished another couple things. I'm taking a little break here as I research the final one I need to do here and see if I can get it done before the stream is over. So I'll have 5 builds done.
Oh. Kevin did say, doesn't he sit still and edit videos for an insane number of hours, though?
Yeah.
No, he stands up and edits videos for a long time.
Well, can't you just stand up and build?
You need a taller table then.
Does John have a...
You can look through the steps and put out the parts where they go, and you put it around a table, so you have to walk around the table for each step.
Ah, there you go.
Or you can be like Adam Savage and you can know all the parts and then you walk around the table.
I think there should be a obstacle course next year, a blind build. Like let's keep these ideas coming.
Hey, you donate enough and we'll do it. We'll do any of that stuff. But you got to make it worth our while. We're already up for 24 hours.
Well, we're talking next year.
Yeah, no, I mean like in future years.
Okay.
What are we at donations? Still 900?
Yep, still 900. So we just need 100 more to reach our goal. Everyone out there, 2 hours left.
51 minutes.
$100 worth of donations, then Katie will smash that beautiful cake he made, and we'll hit our $1,000 goal.
I'm hoping there's like some anonymous like billionaire watching, and then he'll just donate it.
I mean, it seems like it's been coming in kind of constantly throughout the stream, so it'll just be random people that join in.
The Lego designers would go to work today and tell their boss, and then Kel would come and watch the stream.
He's going to find something to do, Joshua. He's going to fall.
Josh is being yelled at.
The commentary from the other room.
Sure.
My mom is concerned that Boone will fall asleep onto the Falcon.
No, Megan is coming back. Megan is coming back with a micro build, or and a little architecture build. So she should be back any minute, and we'll work on that for the rest of the stream.
What architecture set?
Oh, I think she said Buckingham Palace. I could be wrong.
I need to get the Las Vegas one. The Las Vegas is pretty cool.
The Boone, let's see, you, Mark, and Brett are literally live just like almost on the same road, right?
Well, we don't live on the same road, but we're very, very close.
That's something like that's what I was thinking.
It takes me about 90 seconds to drive from my house to Brett's house. And then it would take about 3 minutes to drive from there to Mark's house. Oh, I just got a text message. Let's see what it says.
Okay, I don't know how easily this will show up on the stream, but this is the most satisfying thing I've ever done. So you have the car chassis for the Porsche, and you have the frame. The frame literally just sits. I'll get it right here. Hold on. Right on top, and it all fits snug with no fuss.
Wow.
Just literally snaps on. It's like doubles the bulk of the model. It's awesome.
Hold on. Beyond the brick. There we are. Oh, I am following you guys.
What I think is really funny is when I build my casualties, like when I set up casualties at conventions, I take the legs off and then I lose the hips. Because I'm looking for
your minifigures.
I have multiple pairs of just legs, and I don't know where the hips are. They're not connected to the minifigures.
Parker, is that a photo of Brett Dalton behind you?
Of what?
Brett Dalton.
Yes, it is. Right there.
Yas. I've met him
I met
before.
him
Too.
at a local Comic-Con a few years back.
Yas, queen.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm a big Marvel guy.
He was my favorite character, and then they killed him off.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Roasted.
He was a good villain. I liked him.
Yeah. And then, well, I guess Ghost Rider wasn't really a villain, but he was pretty cool.
I don't know. I kind of felt like the Ghost Rider bit was a little overrated.
Yeah, that is true.
People are like, oh my god, it's the best thing. Special effects are so great. And I'm like, oh, maybe not.
Yeah, no.
It was decent and it was watchable. I liked it. It's better than Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider.
Agreed. Yeah, I did like that better.
But it's not, obviously it's a TV show, so like the special effects on him weren't too great compared to some other stuff. Though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does have some pretty good episodes when they get the budget to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what was it, season finale of season 1? That was pretty jam-packed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with Fury and,
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
I've finished my breakfast.
Good job.
Awkward silence.
What was it?
It was cereal.
What kind of cereal?
You have that in Australia?
I have no clue. I opened the cupboard and grabbed the first thing I saw.
I think it's Kangaroos.
Are you cereal?
Oh my God.
Now it's because I'm always eating.
Oh gosh, I don't know if since you put the video up today, but some of the characters are still there. They did survive.
That's good. Glad to see you still got them around.
Oh yeah. You still wait, what is it? Captain Cold, First Flash, Flash, Deathstroke, Batman, and Green Arrow are the ones that are still alive. Half of them just got that wasn't really good.
These are my prized breadsticks.
Come on down to the Olive Garden to get your free breadstick. I just found 4 more Thompsons that I have to paint. Well, make it 5, 6.
What's the Thompsons?
The M1A1 Thompsons.
Oh, I thought you said 4 more Thompsons that I have to drink. That was like
Thompsons that I have to paint.
Yep, I'm with you now.
All right.
I thought this was like a regional sparkling water or something.
Oh, that's the most Portland thing you've said on the stream.
I got my ginger ale for that.
I gotta sneak one in every now and then.
Okay,
bottle.
Boone would like everyone to go around the live stream and talk about your favorite regional sparkling water.
Provided by Signature Select.
You gonna say that again?
Soleil, provided by Signature Select.
Wow. Look at, I mean.
Mine is water provided by the earth.
Yeah, amen.
Nice.
Water provided by the city of Grand Rapids.
I love how Boone's friend is building, but he's just staring.
Staring is all you're left with after, when you hit this point.
I'm about to help.
Megan, what build did you guys transition to there?
We're muted.
Oh, are we muted or not muted?
We're good now.
Okay. We are gonna do the microscale Buckingham Palace. I started it last night while you guys were live streaming. I was watching the live stream, sorting pieces, and watching the Great British Bake Off, because whenever you build, you have to watch a show from the same sort of country. Right?
No, I love it.
When I build the Harry Potter sets, I watch Harry Potter.
I have that build right here because I love, like, architecture is my favorite line, and this is such a great representation of Buckingham Palace.
I agree.
Speaking of Harry Potter, when it was time to do the Harry Potter minifigs review, Megan came over and made me look like not a bumbling idiot.
That was a great transition there.
I was like, wait, what? Harry Potter?
She said Harry Potter.
Oh, she did?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, she said when she builds Harry Potter, she watches Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. No, Megan did an excellent job with that video. It is nice when you can have someone who knows what they're talking about with the review.
I tried.
Oh, the camera's moving. John is there.
No, it's on automatic. It's like those TV studios where they're robotic.
Oh, very nice.
Is that true?
That would be pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I didn't really believe that, but I was like,
we at the
tired. He's tired. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Are we at the point in the live stream where we can just spout blatant falsehoods?
And Boone will believe them.
So some people only build architecture sets if they've been to the place that it represents. I think that's interesting.
Why are you gonna build the Singapore set when you've never been to Singapore or ever have plans of going to Singapore?
Because it looks cool and there's cool architecture there.
Exactly.
I just get the sets I like, and generally I've been to the places, so like the Trevi Fair, Sydney, and some other ones I can't remember. Yeah, but I've all been to those places, so unintentionally.
Isn't there an
Now that I
architecture
think
set
about
for Falling Water?
There is a Falling Water architecture set. I've got it right over here. It's one of my favorite sets.
Isn't that one of the
been
oldest
there?
architecture sets?
I think it is one of the original ones.
Josh, have you ever been to Falling Water?
Yeah, I have been to Falling Water. It's my favorite house of all time.
Yeah. We went there over the summer when we were in Ohio Pile. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's just perfect. It's incredible.
I know
I like this one. This one is very nice. I love this set here.
Joshua, have you built the Great Wall of China microscale yet?
No, at some point I'm going to pick up that and the Shanghai skyline, and I'm trying to convince John to sit down with me and do a live build, and we can tell stories from our time in China together. But I have to convince him to do that.
Do you know any Chinese?
I don't know, which is one reason we have such interesting stories. If you don't speak the language, a lot of crazy things can happen to you.
Konnichiwa. Mugenki desu ka? That's Japanese. Never mind.
But yeah, the Great Wall sets look amazing because you can combine them. So getting like several of those would definitely be cool.
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure every architecture set I have is somewhere that I've been, though not intentionally.
Did you just kind of wander under the Eiffel Tower by accident one day?
No, I own the Eiffel Tower myself.
Brett is in the chat, and he said,
I have
"Is there time to
26
bake anything
subscribers
else?"
now.
Is there a what?
Brett is in the chat, and he asked, "Is there time to bake anything else?"
There's always time to bake things.
What time is it right now? 3:30.
We've got about an hour and 40 minutes
until we get to watch the cake destruction.
So, Boone, were you happy with your new stools?
Yeah, they're a definite upgrade.
That's good.
These stools that we're sitting on are actually old stools. They're stools that my wife and I got for our wedding. We got them. We either got them as a wedding gift. No, we probably bought them with money that we got from our wedding, and we had them in our place for a number of years, and then we gave them to my in-laws, and they had them for a bunch of years. They probably had them for like 6 years. Oh no! We gave them to my in-laws when we moved into this house, which was 10 years ago. So they've had them for 10 years. And then I just asked them the other day, like, "Hey, do you have any extra stools I could borrow for the live stream?" And they're like, "We actually have those old stools of yours, and you can have them. You can have them back." I was like, "Sweet."
Who knew that your stools had such an intricate backstory to them?
I can give an intricate backstory to almost anything.
True.
It's very true.
Well, okay, I should say I can give a backstory to almost anything. Whether it's interesting is, I suppose, in the eye of the beholder.
The beholder.
I should do that.
What should you do, Mac?
I should update my Sigfig digitally so it can have me on the brick shirt. I've got Joshua Hanlon's face from the Lego YouTubers CMF draft.
I've reached the point where I just switch between staring at my pieces and staring at the instructions and never actually doing anything.
That's one method.
It's a very ineffective method, but
I was gonna say it's a proven method. It's proven ineffective. How about that cookie from the Gucci grocery store?
Oh man, you know, if I had one of those right now, that would just perk me right up.
Do they deliver? Stuart's gotta get on the list for that. Instead of pizza now. Try to do that.
Oh my god, I see my face in the corner of a Beyond the Brick Instagram post.
Wow. That is something to put in the journal.
I think I should screenshot this and I'll make this my wallpaper. This is like the point of fame. You know you've reached it when you've made it to the Beyond the Brick Insta.
it's the same year
That's what I was
somebody
checking.
goes to Woo for Halloween.
Jay Parker.
And then once somebody dressed up as me for Halloween, I will it's all downhill from there. You can't get any more.
We need to get Joshua and John Hanlon costumes. And Boone. That way you can have a party of 3 or a party of 2.
I think we should all next year we all should wear Beyond the Brick t-shirts.
Yes. Agreed.
Definitely.
I feel like there's a bunch of
I
us
was
doing that already.
When at the beginning of the stream yesterday, everybody was wearing a red shirt except me. Like they weren't all Beyond the Brick, but I was just like the one person standing out.
Sounds like you need to take care of that.
I should pick up a shirt soon. I will.
I got
You guys should contact, I don't know, like FX Graphics or someone to get Beyond the Brick minifig torsos.
They've done that.
Or have they?
We've done very limited runs in the past.
I think there should be a V3. V3 and
We could sell battle packs of the 3 of us.
Yes. With a little like camera build and yeah.
Official Beyond the Brick sig figs.
Official merch, officially licensed.
I mean, Grant Davis and Jason Allman have official tiles with their name. I mean, come on. Hanlon's got to get something.
True. We got to step it up.
We should add this to the list. You know you've made it when you have a printed minifigure of yourself.
But can't anyone print a minifigure of themselves?
Have them mass produced, not just one. Make 1,000.
Let's have 1,000.
There's 1,500 minifigures printed of me out there in existence. So
You have to have a Clone Army style collection.
yes. Clone Army Project Brick Loot Figure Edition.
Josh, I got a history question that'll make you think.
Please don't. What is it?
Do you know what 30 caliber rifle the Americans used before the M1 Garand?
Not off the top of my head, no. What was it?
The 1903 Springfield.
Brian, the tip of my tongue.
Thank you. I needed some historical knowledge for when I go back to writing my papers that I'm putting off to do this stream.
I feel like this is the point in the stream where everything is just nonsense. There's no logical conversations. It's
I feel like
This is that point. Like we didn't reach that point until just now. I think that's actually saying something.
maybe an hour or two ago it started, but now it's like the extreme. I think we'll all be brain dead by the end.
Oh, we're definitely all brain dead.
Well, really, it's only like Joshua and Boone and Caden who've been up for the entire thing.
Yeah. What is it, that scene in Billy Madison? He's like, I award you no points and you have made everyone dumber here by hearing it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's us.
Well, thank you for the glowing review of the live stream.
All right, so Brick of Cake asked a question in the live chat that many of us answered early in the night, but it's the go-to question, and I'm sure there are some people in the stream right now that didn't get a chance to answer this question earlier. They said, what's the best Lego set ever in your opinion? Some of us went through our top 5. If there's anyone in the stream that hasn't had the opportunity to share their favorite set, now would be the time to do it.
I'd go Saturn V probably. Saturn V is a pretty solid set.
Yeah. I desperately need to build mine.
It's a lot of pieces. You imagine it to be much bigger than it actually. I mean, in size-wise, it's massive, but you imagine it to take much longer. But I finished mine in like 2.5 hours for all 1,969 pieces. So it's very repetitive, but it's repetitive in a fun and interesting way. The techniques are interesting. It's a nice build.
I want to know how whoever asked that question forgot about Micah talking about Scala babies last night.
Yeah.
I just assumed it's probably someone who hasn't been watching.
Though I think
entire 24 hours.
I think the best game ever made by Lego is Galador, hands down. I think, yeah.
Which is more unknown, Galador or Jack Stone?
I'd go Jack Stone.
I
think Galador is more infamous than Jack Stone.
Plus, anyone who went to Brick Fair, Virginia knows what Galador is now.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like the voice actor there or something?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And they had like a whole table full of random Galador stuff.
I might have to leave and then join again so I can have my new icon.
Max dead.
I would have to say my favorite is the 2011 police station from City, because that was the set that I was first anticipating getting after I'd first gotten into Lego back in, 2011.
Oh, another great set I think is the Lego Ideas Ecto one. I think that is a
Oh yeah.
very solid. I don't know. Lego's been pumping out some good releases lately, I think. Some great designs.
Something
More
I've always
techniques and stuff that you don't usually see.
So what is the first thing you guys are going to do when the stream is over for Joshua and Boone?
I think everybody already knows that. Sleep.
You know, I would love to stay up because the Notre Dame football team is completely undefeated this year, and this is the final game of the season, and they're probably going to win. So I'd love to see them finish out their undefeated season, but that's not going to happen, so I'm just going to sleep.
Are you going to at least stay to watch the cake smashing?
Yes, I will stay around for that.
I think everyone's going to stay around for that.
Oh, yeah.
I think more people will be trying to get in after the stream than right now. I think people are going to join. I bet people are emailing to get the link right now just so they can get in to watch the cake smashing. But you can see it earlier if you donate.
Yeah.
And also, if you want a Crex Customs custom Lego Batman,
Oh my
God.
So many new parts.
Creations for charity. Live streams Telltale Batman by Parker Crex.
Links in the description.
You're not helping, Josh.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support Patreon.
Smash that donate button. Bid up the eBay auction.
Become a YouTube channel member.
hit that notification bell.
So, what does everyone? Has anyone experienced the new YouTube Premieres feature from channels they follow? What is anyone's thoughts on those?
What is it?
The Premieres feature, where you can like premiere videos if it's live, but it's just like it's a pre-recorded video.
I think it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool idea. We've done it a couple times on the channel now, and I think it's really fun to be able to sit and chat with people while it's going as if it's live.
Oh,
I think
is
I
it
might
like you play an old video and like it shows it again on your channel?
No, it's just that you upload a video they would normally just upload regularly, but it uploads as like a live stream with a chat box and everything. So it uploads it as if it's a live video, even though it was just pre-recorded.
Oh, so it's like you can have a conversation around.
Right, exactly.
That's interesting. Okay.
I know
do
Michael
as much anymore.
Brickmania did it the other day with one of their stop motions. And you can actually, it'll pop up, any subscriptions that you have, it'll pop up and tell you that they have a premiere for this date at this time, and you can actually set an alarm, and it'll remind you when it's going to happen.
Michael, what about your experience made you say it was incredible?
Oh, well, I've seen it on people like Beyond the Brick, of course, and a few other channels, but I've also been able to do it like, I think twice on my YouTube channel, and it's incredible because you don't have to physically like do a live stream, but you still get to interact with people in the live chat stuff.
Oh, is that what you guys did the other day with the merch thing?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, then I watched that. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Now I get it. Okay. I had like the aha moment,
I think it might be available for all channels now. I'm not exactly sure.
It is. Nice. Oh, that's nice.
I should have continued going with YouTube. I don't post really much anymore, but like at the time when I was younger, my videos got like, I had 2 videos back to back get 70,000 views and 120,000 views. And that channel is only at 100 subscribers. I was like 4. I did
that's pretty good.
I did the videos like in my pajamas of like Lego, not Lego. It was like a Lego Angry Birds tutorial and a Club Penguin toy review.
And you're in your pajamas.
Yeah. They showed the video on the news, and it was like when they did one of my interviews, and it was like, oh my god, no, how'd they dig that out? But I was like a kid then, so I didn't even know like what subscribing was. I just posted. So like, if I said like and subscribe, I bet I would have been at a lot more subscribers then. But, you know, here I am. Maybe maybe I would be Beyond the Brick, and then Beyond the Brick would like still be me, and they'd be reviewing in their pajamas on Club Penguin stuff, and I'd be.
I think we're all glad that timeline did not work itself out.
Multiverse.
Another universe. You guys are just sitting in your pajamas. 101 subscribers.
It's an alternate timeline.
So, Megan, have you been to Buckingham Palace?
Yes.
That's really cool. When did you go there?
I went back with my parents when I was about 16. I was born in the UK, so I went back
nice.
to visit family and, or, I don't know, family friends. We're getting married. That's what it was. We did a tour of Buckingham Palace, York, Tower London. Those great spots.
So in the chat, Rick Allen asks, "What's your favorite Lego theme?" Did we already do that?
Galador. I think that's like a solid, like we all agree on that.
Well, did we do that before?
Followed closely by Scala.
And Jack Stone. It's a tie. Like it's a very close call.
What about Jack Stone? Give Jack Stone some love.
Jack
He
Stone
was
Spider-Man 2 sets.
Sorry.
I had some of those Jack Stone Spider-Man 2 sets. I don't even know how we got them.
They're kind of cool, I think.
Sure.
Well, mine is ideas, but I already said it. I feel like ideas is kind of the untheme theme.
It's like a theme, but it's not a theme.
Yeah.
It's a theme of themes.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it. If there's a good way to put... What was that?
What was that?
Who did that?
That was good.
I think we just had someone have a stroke on.
I think someone just sacrificed a goat for the end of the live stream.
Look, I'll tell you what. The stuff that would get you kicked out in the first hour is like fair game in the last hour. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
It's a personal secret.
Actually, I think that statement does not represent official Beyond the Brick.
Are there any live stream rules on here?
Kid friendly.
Yeah, did you? Every time you try to join one of these calls, you have to hit you. I accept and agree to the terms and conditions of Hangout on the air.
Yep.
And if you
Like,
actually
is there
read
any
it,
rules like
Those
what
are all
do
made
we
up
have
by
to
me
do
on
to
the
get
spot.
banned by you? What do we have to do to get banned by you?
That's a moving scale.
I got kicked my first year on this
Depends
stream
on
Let's all go around and tell stories about the times you got kicked out of Beyond the Brick
I
live
got
stream.
kicked. So I turned off the microphone and I was just walking around my basement building and stuff, but I rarely passed by the camera, so I guess you assumed I abandoned it, so you kicked me. To let other people in, I guess.
Sounds like that was the right decision.
While I was building my epic mock.
I remember the first year I was on here, I was rebuilding all of the Creator Winter Village sets. And I had a bunch of parts, and you guys kept muting me because I kept rummaging through parts without.
Yep, that's why we have Boone make the announcements now.
I do remember that very clearly.
I think everyone on here, like, if you've been on for multiple years, you've been either kicked, muted. You know you've made it when you've officially gotten banned, and then you're able to come back the next day. That's when you know you've made it.
I feel like a lot of the people that join throughout the night are people that are here every single year.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so fun. It's like a family reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except 90% of the people that join this call, we have 2 of those. One's in Chantilly, Virginia in August, and the other one's now in November.
But this is online.
That's better.
So
It is like a mini con.
You don't have to leave your house. You don't even have to have pants on.
I mean,
I think
Though I would recommend that.
I mean, I feel like Boone's like anti-shirtless. I feel like he'd be like extra. He'd be like the pants Nazi.
Look, I just feel like you have a responsibility to at least take the actions necessary to lead us to believe you have pants on.
That's good.
The illusion of pants is all Boone asks for.
Yes. At least give off the illusion of wearing pants.
Oh man.
I'm still wearing my PJs.
Yep, me too. I've been wearing the same thing for the last 24 hours. My Beyond the Brick shirt, my AT-AT pajama pants. That's it. And my Darth Vader slippers. You can't forget about that.
Oh,
Okay, when you said AT-AT pajama pants,
yeah,
3 things popped into my mind. The first, and I had to talk myself out of the first 2. The first was A-Team, like I pity the fool,
Mr. T.
Mr. T. The second was AC/DC, like whatever their songs are. TNT, Dynamite. And then I was like, or that thing from Star Wars. I was like, okay, that's probably what he's talking about.
You did some like quick calculations in your brain, and you're like, statistically speaking.
Statistically speaking, he does not.
I
have
mean,
Mr. T
theoretically,
on his pants.
I like AC/DC. I don't own a pair of pajama pants, but I do like AC/DC. So it could have been that one.
At first, I thought he said AT&T. I was like,
This live stream is sponsored by AT&T.
Interestingly enough, I can picture the AT&T pajama pants.
I can, but I was like, I don't think
This is why Boone is good at creating merch.
Do you release BTB pajama pants?
I can't believe that you guys made socks. Like, I never would have thought to make socks.
I think you should turn like Beyond the Brick into like a brand. Like there's Adidas, there's like Nike. You need Beyond the Brick.
Beyond the brand.
All you need to do is just
Beyond
slap
the
the
brand.
logo on it and then charge enormous prices.
Yeah.
My mom told me I should get a pair of the windows and door leggings.
Yeah, no.
I said no.
I'm gonna wear a pair of those to Bricks Cascade. I'm gonna be a walking advertisement.
The leggings?
Yeah. I mean, I might.
I will be running out the door if that happens.
Which pattern?
I have
Are you
something
going to
to-
go with the leaves? Or a pattern
I
for
don't
each
know.
day?
Yeah, maybe.
No, you gotta go the windows and doors.
Megan, have you bought your favorite design yet?
Have I bought my favorite design of the leggings or of
Oh
the
no,
other?
of anything in the store.
Yes, last night.
Sweet.
I bought a sweatshirt that says "Bricks are my sport,"
Yes.
but I prefer. I didn't want the hoodie because so I went with the classic crew neck, black
Ooh,
medium.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you bought a crew neck.
I know. Me too. I'm really excited about it. Joshua's just laughing at me about it. That's okay.
Oh no.
It's hysteria laugh.
You
He's
didn't buy
really
the
tired.
sweatshirt?
No, I didn't buy the slouchy sweatshirt. I would have to see it on a model first before I
yeah.
could decide.
I'm sorry, Megan. I shouldn't laugh at your life choices.
I thought you were laughing more at Boone's reaction to her saying that than her actually saying it.
Probably.
No, it was more Boone's reaction.
Boone walked back in the ooh.
Please say it's good.
That crew neck.
Do you own one of every one of the merch, Joshua?
No, I don't.
What?
And I will
Don't
not
you
be wearing
own
any of the
your
leggings.
So
You can pull it off.
So we've got the instructions for Buckingham Palace on our secondary monitor over here, and Megan points to the monitor and says, "Do you want to build this part?" And I look at the monitor, and it's 3 elements. Yes, I think I might still have it in me.
Have you built the TDM module yet, Boone?
Oh no! Should I do that?
Maybe. I'm gonna be heading towards poly bags.
There you go.
I mean, it's only 9 elements, so hopefully.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let you.
No, she's encouraging me to actually build something for.
Well, you
for
kept saying you wanted to go.
No, I just wanted to put
Poor Boone.
You can do it.
Yeah, come on, Boone. It's 3 pieces. And another.
No,
And this broadcast is brought to you by Courtesy News.
She's letting me build this whole wall.
Oh.
You know who you are.
No, I think the point is they don't know who they are. They never know who they are. Oh, it's Joshua? Oh, okay.
Am I the only one who feels like a real every time I open like pieces to just like chuck it really you just want like behind you or like just as far as you can across the room, but the problem is they don't weigh much, so sometimes it doesn't work, but it just feels really good.
I can't believe you're opening new bags.
Hey, we got like an hour 45 left.
You're not even gonna finish like the
What
first
step are you on now, John?
7:28.
All right,
Nice.
you're making progress.
You just said we have an hour 45. You just said we have an hour 45 left. Do we compensate for all the breaks?
Oh
Is that-
no, I just can't read the clock.
Oh,
we have an hour 5 left.
I think we have an hour 5 left.
Yeah.
Unless.
Well, according to your stream clock, no. But
oh.
We'll go to the end of the clock on the live stream, not the regular clock.
So what's the clock on the live stream at?
Okay, we've got an hour and 15 left.
We can stay on here for an hour and 35. I'm good. We should all just stay in the call and then everyone just passes out.
I think we're going 10 minutes too far because technically that means they've been up for 24 hours and 10 minutes. So it's the first ever Creations for Charity 24-hour and 10-minute live stream.
Well, technically, we've been up for longer than 24 hours because the 24 hours was from 5 to 5, but they've been up since 10 yesterday. So
Yeah,
that's
but that wasn't being live streamed.
34 hours.
The first ever creations for charity 34 hour and 10 minutes.
I think it's yeah.
Mental.
There's this guy called Lego Team Builder, and he was trying to do a 72-hour live stream.
Yeah.
How long
And
did
he
he
goes
last?
to sleep in like not long. He just left the stream running and went to bed.
Wow.
I just imagine the way you said that. I just imagine you're like 2 hours in and then falling asleep.
Oh, Boone, you might like this. I've started doing this Batman minifigure display.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I do like it. Keep talking about it.
I don't know. I don't have that many, but I've been doing this for about a year now, or a little less than a year. But I like it. It's a nice little display piece for all the Batman collectible minifigures.
That's Catman, not Batman.
Yeah, he's kind of just a placeholder until I get an even number.
Though Catman was created by Bob Kane, who created Batman.
Aha!
Mind blown.
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna try here. So this, have you seen the video of Ryan Zegalo's Batsuit conveyor?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he built for Rose City Comic Con and BrickCon this year. He built a what was it? He built the vehicle rotisserie. And it's like massive, and it has like minifig scale Batmobiles on it that like all go around in circles. It's like a 2-tier thing.
Yes, that is awesome.
And so at the end of, was I moving that around? I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to do this over here. Anyway, at the end of BrickCon, we decided to get a couple of. Well, hold on a second. I can't multitask.
It's okay.
Anyway, we decided to get a couple of engraved bricks that said Batlug on them, and then I made a logo, and I wanted to show it to you, but I'm having a hard time finding it.
That's okay.
So when I find it, I'll show it to you.
That works. Are you still gonna build a Batman, or not because of the Batwing?
I think when I finish that, when I decide to finish that project, I will build a Batman to that scale. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build. He's not gonna be nearly as large as yours. I think I'm just gonna build kind of a small-ish construction Batman using like the head from that weird construction Batman that came out, that blue one with the big weird wings. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
But a black. They released the same chest plate on like a bat mech, and that's black with the yellow Batman chest. And so I think I'll use that and make him black, but I'll just customize the blue bat head to turn it black or dark gray. That's kind of my plan at the moment.
Nice. I can't wait to see this thing.
I'm trying to pick
LJ
it up.
is going to be talking about that too.
I also want to build a construction scale Huey's Playhouse, but I've been sitting on that one for a long time and haven't quite picked it up. But
one day. You gotta make it to like the East Coast for Brick Fair or something.
one of these years. I'll do it. I expanded a little bit this year. I had never been to BrickCon before. And I'm definitely going to at least one other West Coast show in 2019. So hopefully beyond that, I'll make it. I'll start heading east.
There you go.
Was that pun intended, Boone?
What?
Beyond that?
Oh no, not really.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of intentional puns about 6 hours ago.
You can't make a pun when you're at this much sleep deprivation.
Deprived.
Deprived.
Sleep deprived.
Oh. Sorry. You okay? You need to go to the next step. You scroll back over there. I have to. I keep pulling it over so I can.
Oh, excuse me. Last week of school this week.
Okay, Nathaniel. Here's my Batlug logo. So
that's cool.
Someday we can get shirts or something.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah.
I would get one of those shirts if you sold those.
I like it.
How do I shut off screen sharing?
Just hit the button again.
Oh, cool. There we go. Okay, you have the.
So, Boone, was there a particular favorite part of the Millennium Falcon build for you? There are a lot of different sections and, like, sort of parts of the build.
Yeah, I think probably. Well, I did like the parts that we greebled early on in the build that sort of went down as the underneath layer, and then like later on in the build you build like the hole that goes around it, and you sort of realize like, oh my gosh, that's cool. That was like that greebling underlayment that I built earlier in the build. The other thing I thought was cool was when we put on the section that has the little ramp that comes down, and just the way that pulls down, I think that's pretty slick. And it was like when we were building it, we didn't quite realize what we were building, and then we put it on and we were like, oh.
Right, that's the best, when you can't tell what exactly it's going to do.
I just realized I need to plug my phone in for a little while, and I don't remember where I put my phone charger. I'm going to walk around a little bit.
Okay.
Their donation number gotten any higher in the last?
It hasn't, but we're about to hit the 23-hour mark, so you got a little over an hour left to get your final donations in. Help us hit the $1,000 mark. Help Caden destroy that cake. Bid on the Millennium Falcon. I think that ends actually in just like half an hour, I want to say. So not maybe less than that actually. I think it's about 4:30 Eastern time. So not long here. Last minute bids on the Millennium Falcon. It can be yours. You can support the charity. Also, I believe the Bricklink store for Creations for Charity is open until the end of the month. So Creations, I think they put a lot of Creations on sale towards this time. So definitely go over there and see what's still for sale because you can get some good deals on some awesome builds.
I know something that's still for sale.
Don't do it, Parker.
Creations for charity. On the Bricklink store, there's a Crex Customs Telltale Batman by Parker Crex. Me. Custom pad printed minifigure with custom molded helmet under retail price, and the money goes to charity. So I think you need it, guys. I think it is a necessity in life. And I will sign it if you want it.
That's what they say about sleep too, but we all know that's not true.
I also liked, Joshua, there's like in the Greebling right on top of the cockpit, there's like an old like Wild West revolver. And I thought, that's good because in outer space stuff can get out of hand, so you never know.
Remember this or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, we actually too.
I think every minute we're on this stream, anything everybody says just becomes a little bit more crazier.
I resemble that remark.
Here's a serious question. When you look for, like, picking your favorite minifigures, what do you look for?
New mold / prints.
Facial expression, like detail on the actual. I can't think of the word right now because I'm really tired. But like their clothes.
Torso.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, new to the community. Torso. Those are some of the things that I look for.
I just really look for a minifigure that like speaks to me. And I don't mean speaks to me in a metaphorical way. I mean, like, I hold the polybag up to my ear, and if I hear, like, them inside...
They're whispering to you, buy me, buy me.
Believe it or not, the Lego Movie is a movie about Boone's hallucinations.
No, but in all seriousness, I think typically the minifigures that I love are minifigures that stand out to me as well, and the one Mac is holding up there is a good example. That's my favorite minifigure of all time, and that minifigure that minifigure bumped my previous like all-time favorite minifigure, which had been my favorite minifigure for like most of my life, and it was the captain. I don't know that they called him. It's not Captain Brickbeard. I think he was called Captain Redbeard back when the Black Seas Barracuda came out. I could be wrong about that, or he didn't have a name at the time. But that was my favorite minifigure for a long time, with like a second of like probably like Blacktron 1, but then classic Space Minifig bumped those down when it came out, and it's really just those minifigs that like scream like this is who I am, in a unique way. And I think those minifigures do that, and that's kind of when a minifigure speaks to me.
Now that we've found like this I found this information out, what are all you guys' favorite figures?
Currently, my favorite would probably be from the new Harry Potter, Professor Trelawney. I love her headpiece, the detail across the torso. I like the zombie cheerleader. I think she's pretty cool. Those would probably be two of my top two. And then, of course, the unicorns. I think they're pretty rad. Especially the new one. Mark built a unicorn mech to go with the knight, and just the facial expression on him. It's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think Unikitty is probably the best minifigure. I think everybody can agree on that.
Which variant of Unikitty?
Bless you.
Is there a there may be a bat lug now, but is there a Unikitty lug?
A Unikitty lug?
I think we need to start it.
That would actually be kind of cool because we could make whatever the kingdom's called.
So, Boo, do you have a significant collection of like the old classic space stuff? Since I know you talked about how much you like the space stuff. Is that something you tried to collect, or is it just because it's older, it's too difficult to pick up?
I have just a couple of my favorites. I picked up the Galaxy Explorer. I'm too young to have had classic space, so I have many of my space sets from when I was a kid. Like I talked about the Galactic Mediator from Space Police 2. That was my favorite spaceship as a kid, and I still have it. I have a lot of my Ice Planet stuff. I have all my Spirius stuff. I still have my Unitron monorail from when I was a kid. But I have picked up two of my favorite ships. Well, okay, since we still have time, I'll extend this story a little bit. When my folks bought me my first Lego set, which was 1986, and it was the Shell Station. Let's see, Classic Space were still in those catalogs, because I think Classic Space was probably just reaching the end of its run at that time, and I wasn't into space yet. I didn't get into space until about probably 91, 92, but I still had that catalog from 1986, and I would look through it, and I just, I had these Classic Space sets that I wanted so badly, but they were not available. They were no longer available. So the two that I've picked up are the Galaxy Explorer, which is a lot of people's favorite, and the other is the Cosmic Fleet Voyager, which I haven't actually built yet. I bought it at Bricks Cascade last year, and actually Megan took it apart for me so that I could experience the build for the first time without having taken it apart myself.
I think I remember her doing that at Bricks Cascade.
Yeah, it still just sits in my bins, and I took it in my bin with me to BrickCon because I really didn't want to spend any money at BrickCon. And so I just took that with me to BrickCon to remind myself that I still had a set that I bought at the previous con that I had yet to build. So that kind of helped me curb my spending at that convention. I'll build it. I've been thinking about live streaming some of those builds on my own channel sometime soon. We'll see. Who knows?
If you need people to join, I'll be game.
Absolutely. Yeah, Cosmic Fleet Voyager. I want to build that ASAP. I also I'm totally changing gears now to things I really want to build, but besides the Cosmic Fleet Voyager, my next on the shelf to build are like the Saturn V and my UCS Slave 1. I really want to get around to doing those builds sometime soon. That's a good question for people. Do you have anything sitting on a shelf that you can't wait to build, but you just haven't gotten around to it yet?
I probably have about 30 sets or something sealed in my basement that I have yet to find time to build.
I still have to finish building the brick bank, and then I have the diner that I got for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon is up to 620 right now. It went up.
Ooh.
There we go, and our donations are up to 920, so we're only 80 away from the $1,000 goal. Just a few minutes left to bid on the Millennium Falcon, and just under an hour to send in donations.
But you know it will still be available even when this stream ends.
That's true. We will not stop accepting money if the stream happens then and you would like to donate.
But when this stream is over, if it's still available, I think it'll go quicker because I know it's very popular. And but there's the Crex Customs Telltale Batman minifigure on the Creations for Charity Bricklink store.
What does that bring us up to, Nate? 8?
Yep. 8 that
Are you guys counting the number of plugs from Parker?
Yep.
You gotta plug, like, you
I
can't.
mean, it is for an item in the Creations for Charity store.
It's
so.
for charity.
What was the quote we came up with earlier? Like, always promoting, forever promoting.
Yeah, forever promoting.
I feel like there should just be a T-shirt with a plug, and then it says like "Plug Master" or something like that.
I just think it's funny because he plugs the one item when he could be plugging numerous.
Well, I don't have anything else of mine on the Creations for Charity. So I appreciate if you buy anybody else's thing, but I just think the best thing on the store is mine.
No. Clearly, the best thing is the Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant is that?
Hold on a second.
What?
I need to move to a new. Oh, nothing. Never mind.
If anybody watching the stream does not like me plugging my Batman, feel free to buy it so I do not have to do it.
You're really ratcheting down the pressure there, Parker.
Is it a good deal? You're saving money if you want to get into customs collecting. If you're already collecting customs, custom molded helmet. You know how hard that was to do. Pad printed like official Lego parts. This is like the definition of like amazing crafted
Class and
Lego
style.
And I will sign the packaging if you want it. Let's just turn this into like a plug stream. Everybody here needs to plug something right now.
Oh, this shirt I'm wearing is so comfortable.
Even after all these hours.
Where can I get that shirt for?
Oh, this what was that? You wanted to know where to get this shirt from?
Yeah, we're gonna get that shirt from.
Where'd you get
I think I got this shirt at btbmerch.com. Again, I think I got this shirt at btbmerch.com. I'm pretty sure.
btbmerch.com.
btbmerch.com. I'm pretty sure that's where I ran across it.
You need to put a World Wide Web in front of it, or you
Yes, you need to write the words World Wide Web before that.
I think you'll get to it either way.
btb.merch.com.
World Wide Web dot beyond the brick merch dot communications.
No, dot community. Why isn't it .org? It's a whole operation you got there. .org.
Oh, I realize I've been plugging my custom minifigure, but I haven't plugged BrickLoot yet. So, go check out brickloot.com and subscribe to the box. I mean, not to the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to a box, get a box in mail every month. So.
It's not gonna be very helpful.
Let's see if my Batman is still even up. I don't even know if it's up. I think it's gone, and if it isn't, I mean, whoever is available to buy it right now, you have an amazing opportunity. It is still on the Bricklink store. $35 for whoever wants it. And I will I'll sign it. You know, that makes it worth at least a couple percent more.
Couple percent.
If you want it, you know, if you come to the Lego convention, Brickworld Chicago, Brickworld Indy, I will hand deliver it to you.
Parker, I think
Pouring down rain, or anybody else is?
Parker, I think last year we talked about maybe coming to Brickford, Virginia. Is that still on the table or not really?
Me? I don't know. I went one year it's hard for me to go. Especially because like to vend and stuff. It's one, it's right around time my birthday, so it's hard to do that. I did that one year for my birthday, which was interesting. I'd like to try and make it there again, maybe once before next 3 years or so before college. So
nice.
It would definitely be fun to do, not for vending, because I know that that's a hard thing for us to get to, because we have so much tables of stuff that we cannot like fly it out, and we cannot imagine driving that far. But I'd like to make it out there maybe one more time.
That'd be fun.
Does anyone else have pouring down rain where they are?
Yep.
It's been rainy here, but I wouldn't say pouring.
It's slightly raining here.
Ours just started like dumping. I could hear it outside before I got up.
It snowed like 3 times for us, but right now it's just cold. Nothing else.
Yeah.
It rained pretty much all through the night here, but it seemed to clear up this morning.
Dude, what would be really nice is if it keeps raining through tomorrow and then freezes, and then I don't have to go to school on Monday.
You know what would be even nicer? Buying a minifigure on Creations for charity.
Hey, look, we're up to 9. Can we make it an even?
Oops.
If somebody buys the minifigure, I will plug your product. I will do a video, whatever your business is, whatever your product, whatever you want me to plug. If you buy the minifigure, I'll do it.
I feel like you're signing on for something that you don't want to have to do, Parker.
Yeah.
What?
You're signing up for something you don't want to have to do.
Yeah.
I take back the offer then. You missed out on it. It was a limited time offer.
The offer is retracted.
You missed on it. You see, just like you have the chance of missing out on this amazing minifigure.
Oh, 10.
What minifigure?
The Telltale Batman minifigure by Crex Customs, available on Creations for Charity. Or if you want to pay more and get the same exact product, go to CrexCustoms.com, where you'll pay about $10 more.
I would question if Joshua just gets tired of hearing this stuff, but then I remembered he probably can't remember half of it by the time this is over.
Josh, do you remember where you were at 5 p.m. yesterday?
Having a clue.
I'm going to get a Batman minifigure to show everybody, to show you how awesome it is.
11.
I'll be back.
Restock
Soon to
it.
be 12.
Joshua, I'm a little bit disappointed that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the only impersonation that I was asked to do on this stream.
Do you feel like they didn't really call on your extensive talents?
Well, I feel like if it was going to be one, I wish it had been something better than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know. That was what Shiloh wanted. I don't think anybody else requested.
Right.
Martin Harris did say a British accent, but we had Justin on, so that was covered.
Yeah, that covered it.
Can you do Donald Trump?
Oh.
You have to donate.
I'm throwing a cake in my face.
Joshua, how's your build going there?
My
Making any
build?
progress?
I have made a lot. I'm like 2/3 of the way through, I'd say. So That's, I feel like, better than I thought I'd do. So I'm probably about done for now. I've been planning to finish it over the next couple days before I ship it out, just so I can see it finished.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
I have
really-
a minifigure here. This is an example of what one looks like in packaging with a collector card, and they're numbered. You get an exquisite Batman minifigure in a premium bag.
And 12.
Premium. Everything on this figure is premium. Look at that. Look at that.
3 minutes left on the Millennium Falcon. Get your bids in while you can.
Pad
goodness, I
printed,
kinda wanna
overmolded
watch it.
legs.
Come on,
Look at that
Sniper.
Custom helmet. Custom helmet.
Snipers.
Pretty fancy. And it can be yours for the low price of $35.
Hey, Noah. I was in
What's up,
here.
guys?
Not much. How are you?
Sorry?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, okay, I'm good. Working on a project right now, so yeah.
Hey Joshua, how do I find the current Falcon on eBay?
It's on Twitter, any of our social media. I can try to send you.
No, that's fine. Don't
1
worry about it. I'll
minute
find
and
it.
56 seconds on the auction left. This is
Get
really
your last
intense.
minute bids in.
Get those bids in. Going once, going twice, and sold to the highest bidder. Just like this custom minifigure could almost be sold to you if you buy it for the low price of $35 on Creations for Charity Bricklayer Store.
The Batman figure plug was funny, and now
I just texted it to you, Boone, if you don't have it.
Oh, thanks.
You shouldn't be laughing. There's nothing funny about charity. This is a
We're
very
having
serious
fun. This is for charity.
1 minute left in the auction. 1 minute, 1 second, I should say.
I feel like James is gonna bid like $1 higher than the last one and end up with 2 million Falcons.
Oh, now it's 6:30.
and once again Boone is staring, and then the other one's building.
This auction is pretty intense right here.
No, yeah, I'm watching. I'm not just chilling. I'm watching the auction.
Oh, okay.
52 bids.
30
Last second sniping.
30 seconds.
I don't know why it's always like really entertaining to watch like the big auctions on eBay. Like just watch the last one.
20 seconds. 15,
14, 13, 12, 11. Up 650.
8,
5 seconds.
6,
650.
3, 2,
650.
Any snipers?
650.
Nice. Well, thanks to anyone who might have bid from the live stream while watching us. We appreciate it.
Could just be somebody that had no intention of watching this live stream.
It very well could be.
Oh, it very well could be.
Yeah.
I don't know what the going price on a used Millennium Falcon is, though.
I'm gonna read it too. So here's a recent text conversation on Megan's phone. It's her husband, who is called Markers in her phone book.
Wait, is this Boone reads Megan's text? Because we should have had this segment a long time ago.
So it says. It says, okay, at 1:25 p.m., tell Joshua stop yawning and get to work. At 1:27 p.m., you didn't tell him. At At 1:30 p.m., she says back, "I didn't want to be rude."
Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome, Joshua.
And then I took rude to the next level.
That's right. You know, I've always liked Mark personally, but you know, I guess sometimes you just can't win.
I was rude to you and to her and to Mark all in one blow.
Mission accomplished.
Let's see if my 30% battery on my iPad while being plugged in will make it through the last hour of the stream.
Last half hour.
Actually, yeah, last half hour. Jeez.
Oh. I failed to read my recent text messages. At 1:30, Mark, who is just Mark in my phone book.
Wait, you don't have a cute nickname for him?
No. Just said, he said, "Tell Joshua to stop yawning and get to building, ... Love, Mark."
Oh, man. Good stuff, people.
This should be like just a regular segment, like sleep deprived tech.
Not beyond the brick, it's beyond sleep.
Has anybody seen like someone take the UCS Falcon and like recolor it to like Solo?
Yeah, who is that right now? Matt of the Brick Wiz is working on one right now for his large Kessel mock.
Oh, that's cool.
It's on his YouTube channel too. So he also shows it while he's streaming. He shows how he's like working on it. Basically, he's taking a majority of the gray parts and of course replacing them with white. And then apparently he's also going to do somewhat of an interior to the build. So
that's cool.
It's also interesting. Yeah.
Solo is a severely underrated movie.
Amen.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really didn't like was that I don't even remember their name. The droid, like the Lando's droid robot thing.
L2.
That was really
L3. Yeah, L3.
But it had lots of
like
moments. I like the rest of it.
I feel like she's just like she's like the female version of K2SO from Rogue One.
Is anybody going to the Star Wars Celebration next year?
I just can't wait to go to Disney after the new land opens.
When is that open?
I think it's sometime 2019. I don't have any desires to go for the opening. I just am excited to go sometime after it's done.
Yeah, I'd like to go too. That sounds fun. Aren't they opening like a Marvel section as well? I think.
What about the resurrection of the Clone Wars in 2019?
What was that?
I said, what about the resurrection of the Clone Wars in 2019?
Yes, resurrection.
I'm not a big Clone Wars guy.
Get out. Get out. Take your Batman and go.
You traitor.
All right, I've got a
treason that I guess.
Yeah.
I've got a cute story about my kids. So I was building Betrayal at Cloud City, and I don't remember where in the build I was, but I had just built Han Solo and Princess Leia, and I set them on like the set them on like the landing pad while I was working on other stuff, and my daughter came up and said, "Oh, what did she say?" She said, "Oh, hey, who is this girl?" And I said, I think this is my 3-year-old. She's almost 4, but she said, "Daddy, who is this girl?" And I said, that's Princess Leia. And she said, "Oh, Princess Leia." And
that's not encouraging.
And then she said, "Who's this man?" And I was like, "That's Han Solo." And she said, "Is he the prince?" And I said, "Yeah, he's kind of the prince of Star Wars, if you want to think about it that way." I just thought it was cute. And then later she was calling him Hans. She was like, Hans. And then Hans. Oh, and no, because she was playing. She was like, Princess Leia said, "Oh, hi, Hans." That's funny.
Is that like German Star Wars? Like Han Solo?
Lucas. Hey, Simon.
Howdy.
Whoa,
How's it going, Simon?
Simon, glad you could join us.
Thank you. How are you holding up?
Not bad. Kind of slowly going into shutdown mode.
Well, you have another 22 minutes. So, what have I missed the last couple of hours?
Oh my goodness.
Insanity.
So much craziness.
So many plugs.
So much nonsense.
Parker promotions.
So basically a typical Beyond the Brick video.
I did finish, well, my cohorts and I finished our copy of the Millennium Falcon. So if you weren't around for that, we did it. I lied about a half hour before we were done and said that I thought we would finish it about an hour after the stream was over.
You told everybody he was a baby last year.
I guess Josh has been busy making babies.
He has a Quado.
That's right. This is my nephew Hudson. I think he made a brief appearance on the stream last year when he was much smaller.
Every year.
He has not said anything adorable about Han Solo recently, but I hope he does someday. There goes all the pieces. Okay, we're gonna stop that now. Uh-oh. No. So Simon, have you had a chance to watch the stream so far?
Yeah, I was watching some last night, on and off. And again,
Graham's attempt to introduce the show in Toronto.
I was definitely trying to get on around that time, but like overall, the stream's been super busy in terms of spots. So I was trying to save one for him. But we did watch it. I made sure everyone else saw the clips or went directly to 4 hours, 15 minutes, I think, this time, because despite what Graham thinks, I thought it was pretty amusing.
No, it was.
I personally enjoyed it. He felt bad afterwards. We all kind of made fun, and that's also why it's fantastic.
I think everyone got the message in the end. So
I think we got it several times actually.
But we are quite excited for that. It's a rare opportunity to let me basically plan, even though it's Graham's convention. I believe he's given me the reins to do basically all the AFOL stuff, which means it's effectively going to be, if I could run a convention with a budget and activities, what would I do? So expect something slightly different. Sorry, what was that, Nathaniel?
It is Simon.
It basically is, yes. I know, like some of the Gamer Lug guys and other people have been just calling it Simon Con and such. but we definitely have some ideas and plans that, assuming we don't get into much trouble by people, it will definitely be the coolest, most fun convention I can think of.
If I'm ever in Toronto, I'll just have to time it with SimonCon. I mean,
or more like you should just come to Toronto around SimonCon. Get like a caravan going from Pennsylvania.
Ooh, there we go.
So we got some late breaking news here. With less than a half an hour left, we have our donation that puts us over the $1,000 mark.
Aha!
So
Yeah.
it will be destroyed by Caden on camera for everyone to enjoy, not just those in the hangout. Huge thanks to everyone for hitting the $1,000 goal. As I mentioned previously, the first $500 will also be matched by Beyond the Brick. So I think this will be a ton of money for the charity. It'll work really well to be able to get a bunch of sets for the kids this year. So awesome. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported the stream this whole time. And enjoy whatever Megan and Boone are doing.
$1,000. Well,
as he's running down.
So, Caden,
Watch
how will
Caden
you
bail out.
prepared to
He's
destroy it? What will
leave
you
the
do?
stream.
You said what, Josh?
What's your strategy here? First, you're getting shirtless for Boone.
Well, yes. I gotta figure out where I'm doing it first because it's kind of like really mucho raining in Maryland right now. So
that makes it more.
That makes it even better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's an intensity.
all right, I'll do it. I'll do it shirtless, soaking wet. I got it. Give me a few minutes, and I'll come back with the full plan.
What did I walk in on?
I wonder what the people that like just joined in on the stream, like watching right now, are thinking. Like, this may be the greatest moment in Beyond the Brick history.
It might be. You don't. I mean, you never know.
Make sure to give one last look at the cake before you smash it.
When this
Yes,
happens, everybody
definitely.
needs to mute their mic, so just the video is just on him for the live stream.
We need the full experience.
Full experience. The Beyond the Brick experience.
Yes.
You put a little like camera inside the cake itself.
That would be painful.
Maybe we should catch some people up that have no idea what we're talking about.
Or we cannot.
I mean, that adds some more to the surprise of the event.
We'll let them figure it out.
They'll figure it out. They'll know it when it happens. They'll know it when they see a shirtless man covered in cake.
They can't see you. They can't if I do that. I don't know. So I do anything.
Yeah, kid. Yeah, I can
Oh,
see you.
hi.
Oh no.
So we're doing it at the absolute end?
I don't know. Do you guys want me to wait till like the end and do it, or do you want me to do it now?
Gotta be now.
How about we do it like the last second of the stream, like right when the countdown goes off. Boom.
We got 15 minutes.
I got time to have
Goes
a
off
place.
of a bang.
You actually want some? No. Okay.
What was it? Why are you wasting the perfectly good cake? I'm curious.
Does that mean we don't have to eat it? I got it.
Aren't you gonna take like a slice for yourself or something?
Nope.
No.
That's
Wow.
wants a slice.
That's dedication right there.
Here's one last look at it.
Oh,
Aw.
here.
Rip.
You got the date and everything on there, and even like the flourishes on the corners.
Yes.
And why do you want to smash it?
I'm gonna screen record this
I don't
just
even-
for myself.
I don't even remember whose idea that was.
Yeah, it's Twitter done.
No, it was not Stuart. It was not Stuart's idea. Yeah. I don't remember whose idea. Somebody had it. Actually, it might have been me.
Are you able to see who did the donation to get you up to the level?
Yeah, whose fault is this?
Who do we have to blame?
So the donation that brought us over 1,000 is actually from Megan Lum, who was on the stream earlier. I guess it was now.
Wait, who was it?
How many hours ago that was?
This may be the most intense creations for charity moment in the history of ever.
This is even more intense than dabbing for 5 minutes straight.
Especially if you go outside.
Oh yeah.
You should do like pay-per-view for this. Like this is
You want
pretty
to?
insane.
You can.
How you're gonna do it? You're gonna like.
I'm gonna like.
Better if you did like. And then
Either way, or you just kind of like whack and then like move it around.
Yeah.
Plus, it's gonna be wet too, which is gonna be even better. Like actually pouring down rain outside. This is gonna be fun. Is it cold too? How
No,
cold is it
seriously, I
outside?
would just slam your face right down in the middle of it and then do what?
Yeah, but you're not doing
That's
it.
not impactful enough.
Literally.
Ground to ground contact. That's fine. We're two-handed. Twelve minutes. I'll come and get you before work.
So has anybody besides Josh stayed awake the whole time?
Yeah, Boone. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else, yeah.
Everybody else taking for a little
Everybody else is kind of.
Oh,
We're kind of in
Boone's
and
got
out.
a happy dance.
Yeah, Boone's going for it. Boone's in his hallucination stage. He's been making stuff up the last several hours.
He rejects your reality and substitutes.
He's modeling merchandise. That's all.
He acts like he's going crazy, but it's just a secret way to model the merch.
That's lined up perfectly right now. Oh.
And he's gone.
Hello.
Like I said earlier, do not use heavy machinery while joining the stream for the full 24 hours.
I have no idea. I feel like after Hinkle watches this, he's gonna start thinking of things like stupid things for me to do to end next year's stream.
Oh, we're gonna prepare a list. Don't worry.
Instead of door prizes at Brick Fair, it's gonna be a drawing to see what I do after.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks for that.
Look, you gotta convince Todd to do that.
Do it at the hotel instead. Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we could do it at the hotel. Come here. Come here, Papa. Okay. Sit.
Boone is muted but not muted.
I'm kidding. I wasn't muted. I was just moving my mouth like I was muted.
Classic Boone.
Oh. All right. How much time we have left?
About 10 minutes.
Joshua, you almost done?
He's officially given up. He's just
I
on
pulled
his
into the pit stops a few minutes ago, and I plan to keep it over the next couple days.
I'm gonna go grab a
Yeah, finish the loose pieces at least.
Hey, Boone.
Joshua, I think you're gonna have to let the buyer know of the Millennium Falcon that the estimated delivery date may have to be pushed.
Yeah, we might have to move that back a day or two.
Hey, Boone. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask real quick. Remember in Denmark, you told me you'd be at Brick Fair, and I didn't find you at Brick Fair. It was really sad.
Did I tell you I'd be there this year?
You told me. I didn't find you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I flew all the way from Germany, and you weren't there.
You were the only reason.
I'm sorry. I thought I intended to communicate the strong desire to go to Brick Fair without the assurance that I would actually be able to. I'm sorry.
No, I'm joking around with you. No, yeah.
Did we run into each other at the Lego house?
Yeah. Oh, come on, you forgot that. Wow.
I just asked. I remembered it. I did exactly the opposite of forget it. I remembered it.
Oh, good. Good thing.
Here's the last minute arguments.
Exactly.
I was so giddy when I met you that day. We were texting each other, right? Like, I was trying to figure out if you were gonna be allowed to go into the Bugatti thing. You ended up getting to see it, right?
Yeah. I was able to go see that. Yeah. But like soon afterwards, we had to like get going because on that day we were like driving back down to Munich. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the unveiling was really cool. I loved the Bugatti set. I really like the large Technic version that they made. The actual driving one. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty unreal.
Yeah. I think it was like 2,000 regular Power Functions motors. I'm trying to remember which ones, but yeah, I think it was like 2,000 of them or something that they used in the car. So yeah.
Hey Joshua.
What?
All right.
Joshua, so Simon was trying to get in, and I think he's having camera problems. So in case he doesn't make it, he wanted me to tell you that he thanks you for your constant support for Creations for Charity and wants to give you an extra shout out to Beyond the Brick for sponsoring Space Jam.
Awesome. Happy to do it, Simon.
Since we're reaching the last minutes, I will do my final plug.
13. Here we go.
Here we go.
We have Crex Customs Lego Batman minifigure in the Creations for Charity shop. $35 when we normally charge $43, so you get a discount and all the money goes to charity. Highly recommend buying it. If you want to even sign it, so yeah, buy it. Be a good Samaritan. Help the children in need.
Parker will not be allowed back on future live streams.
What do you say? You ready, Caden?
Oh yeah. I've been ready since about 5 o'clock last night.
He's prepared for this moment for at least a day.
You've been preparing for this moment 1/365th of a year.
I mean, I knew I was making a cake, but I was not expecting I was going to end up throwing it in my face.
The craziness of
a little
charity.
bit before you do it. You gotta get a taste check.
Cooking with Caden is turning into crushing with Caden.
I feel like afterwards it ends up turning into cleaning with Caden because I gotta clean everything off the sidewalk and then I gotta clean up myself.
No, that's Kevin's thing.
We have a Mountain Dew left.
Oh, that's right. So Kevin's gonna come down from Connecticut.
Kevin is doing a lot of cleaning.
Yeah.
Kevin's coming from Connecticut to clean Caden's cake.
I think in future years, Boone and I should take breaks by going out and just like grocery shopping, like stuff like just things we need to get done, like Kevin.
As long as you're still streaming.
Right.
We should do like challenges. Like if you get to a certain donation level, you will have to do whatever thing publicly in the grocery store to humiliate yourself.
That's so weird.
Really take it on the list.
That would be very interesting to see how that would turn out.
You don't want to publicly humiliate yourself in a grocery store?
What? No, but if I'm gonna publicly humiliate myself in a grocery store, I'm gonna do it on my terms.
You should go into the grocery store and say like, I love burps more than lurps or something.
Hey, somebody that has the live stream open, how much time is left on that timer?
It's 13 minutes.
13 minutes?
It's like 10 minutes off.
Yeah, it's kind of off.
All right. It's like we're just chilling. I feel like I'm going to enjoy the cake part, but not the rain part.
You get to eat some cake at least, so.
I mean, not if I'm covered in it.
Oh.
What flavor is it?
It's red velvet cake with vanilla buttercream frosting. So.
Oh.
Ooh, red velvet. At least it
because,
wasn't
you know,
like a cheesecake that you'd have to smash.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
that. That's very well.
I mean, cheesecakes usually aren't square, and you usually don't decorate them either.
Yeah, but if you'd smash that, I don't think that would be.
That'd be
as
painful.
nice.
Well, see, here's the problem, though. If you look at this, it's a very thin cake, right? Like, it's not very tall, so I think I'm underestimating my strength, and I'm going to end up headbutting this metal sheet and then it's over.
Oh, man, that's even better.
Hey, why is the live stream stuck on me and Megan?
It's been like that for the entire time almost.
Really?
Yeah. Are you the one who's leading it, or is Josh?
Between whoever's talking.
Well, now it's on the cake.
It seems to really stick to Boone though. It's like it likes the camera angle of Boone's layout.
Well, if it just keeps sticking to Boone, then I think I should plug my thing one more time because they may have not seen it.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I mean, you can't have anything wrong with the plug. If you have something wrong with the plug, that means that you don't want the money for charity. So you have to let the plug go on. The plug must go on.
The plug's gone on like 19 times since last
No, we're at 15.
Plus, I did it yesterday. I don't think
we're at 15 that you were online for, Nathaniel.
Oh, that is true. That's probably
That's not including any of the ones that after you got off last night or before you got on today.
It's probably 25 then.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. Let's just say like 40. Let's just round up.
Yeah, that's safe.
Just round it to 40.
Nice even number.
But yeah, Aussie Brick Chick points out that Boone might be the loudest, so that's why it sticks to him a lot.
I mean, we can all just start yelling. Keeps us
That's
awake.
outrageous!
Oh, all right. I got 10 minutes.
It was like so premature. No waiting.
We got 10 minutes. Because the clock's behind. Because we have there's a.
I really thought he had to do it as soon as we reach 1,000, so he could have already done it.
And for people watching, just because they reach $1,000 and he's doing the cake doesn't mean that you can't donate more, guys. So
It's a very valid point, Parker.
True.
Is the number up to exactly 1,000?
It's 1,027.
Okay. So somebody donated $107. What?
I like Boone's face. Boone's just very excited.
I'm just trying to hold on.
We're almost done, Boone.
Boone, you can do it. You can do it.
I just feel like this. I feel like putting this face on is better than the alternative at this point.
Where's Boone?
Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like way over there. I mean, we got, let's see, Mac. Where's Mac? Mac's from Australia.
Hi, Max from Australia.
Well, he's not even there. He's just kind of
There.
away. Yeah. But most of the other people here are Parker, Chicago.
He's AFC away from camera.
Yeah.
See, Josh thought that was funny.
I don't.
That's true.
Hey Mac, you should make sure to post photos of those the studios you made because those are really cool.
Yeah, well, I'll do some videos after this.
You can send them to us or take us if you're doing them on social media or something.
Okay. I am subscribed and I'm following you on Instagram. So.
Perfect.
I'll make a post and I'll tag you.
This is what every one of my profile pictures looks like.
Turn your camera off. That's what your thing looks like. That's what it's.
Oh yeah, watch. You want? How do I turn my camera off? Here we go. There we go.
I think you should copyright that image, trademark it, copyright it, patent it. Nobody else can make that expression, or else it's patent infringement.
He could insure his face like J-Lo insures her butt.
Oh, yes, exactly the same. We have the same lawyer. Megan is almost done with Buckingham Palace. She's, I think there are fewer parts left in the Buckingham Palace build than are sitting in the pile of leftover parts from the Falcon.
The question is,
the Falcon is a very easy build to have a lot of leftover parts that probably should not have all been left over.
Yeah, I can see a few that definitely should not have been left over.
So nobody finished the Falcon then?
No one finished it.
Well, there are extra pieces that were supposed to go in.
Boone's helped Garage finish
I mean, it is giving the illusion of finished.
It's a hologram. We're all hallucinating this.
Megan, you have to sing "God Save the Queen" as you place the final piece on the build.
It's for charity.
It's for charity.
No, this isn't for charity. This is just for me.
It's just for you. I don't know.
I'm gonna plug something else right now, guys. Go follow PK Custom. PK _
Oh, it's not the Lego Batman custom?
Oh, yeah. It's a record.
Yes, something else.
Anyone that starts following him tonight's gonna get a notification saying to go buy the Lego Batman from the.
If you follow me, I'll direct message you to buy Lego Batman creations. I'm gonna do it to all 1,530 of my followers. I'm gonna direct message every single one of them, and it will get sold.
Just a couple minutes left, boys. You can do it.
We're getting there.
Everybody should follow me on Instagram, PK_custom_Lego, or just search Parker Krebs and it'll come up. It's the one with the Lego dude.
Search Crydex Lego Batman and come up.
Did Parker just say it's _cuddle something?
Customs?
Oh, I like cuddle better.
Did you see that?
What are we at on the stream clock there, Joshua?
I got about
4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and get into position. Get the strategy started.
Locked and loaded.
I'm gonna put this towel like right here.
Yeah, that's
I still can't believe that this is actually happening.
Who would have thought something so amazing would happen?
Yeah.
I'm happy that I suggested this. Don't forget that I'm the one who suggested this.
Raining. Yeah, staying in here. Here, go potty. I'm just gonna chill in here until it's like. Go potty.
I'm so happy I suggested
3
for you to
minutes.
smash the cake.
Yeah.
This
All
is
right.
maybe what. This
When
is
we
like
get-
top 10 highlights of my life right now.
When we get down to 2 minutes, I'll go outside and we'll do it.
I think you can do it with 1 minute, but okay.
I mean, I don't really think it's gonna be a whole like 45-second process.
Oh boy.
Because it's pouring down rain. Ooh, what did I do? I fixed it, I think.
There, yeah. So we're
Hashtag
doing that.
That's what
So can I do that
Yeah.
so I can see it? Okay, that's gonna work better for me.
And then
we're gonna not do that in front of that, but I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Hashtag drop that.
All right, I just got a text message. I don't know how to confirm this, but I trust the guy that a certain Brett Hooper may have purchased a certain custom minifigure from the Creations for Charity store.
Oh,
Let me check right now.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, all right, we're going.
It is gone. Does he want it signed?
That's good.
Oh my goodness!
1, 2, 3.
Hey!
Hey.
I love to see artists destroy their work like that.
Do the rest. There you go. Good job. Break the cake, break the whole damn thing. Good job.
Hand him the
Clear your nostrils.
Signed.
I'm wet. Let me. Good thing to do in an emergency situation.
Oh, Kaden, it was beautiful.
Gross.
Oh, so lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who gave money and supported us and joined the live stream. We've got like 20 seconds left, so just really appreciate y'all. It's always a fantastic time. We'll be back here the same weekend again next year. So looking forward to it. Can't wait to see everyone again. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Parker, Brett says yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have some if you want.
There we go.
Woo! Woo!
5 seconds.
Anybody want any cake?
That's 24 hours, everyone. So once again, we really appreciate everyone who joined us both in the Hangout, in the chat room, donated money, maybe bought the Millennium Falcon, donated sets, bought something from the Creations for Charity Bricklink store. That store is still open till the end of the month, so there's still time to buy. Check that out. Thank you, everyone, for the support. We're going to sign off now. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the future.
Hey.
Thanks, everybody.